Alec Hunter is here to stay. Alec Hunter knows the way. Alec Hunter, king of crochet. Alec Hunter will make your day. Alec Hunter is here to stay. Alec Hunter knows the way. Alec Hunter, king of crochet. Alec Hunter will make your day. Rap about a man named Alec Hunter, tricking this girl and I straight up Alec stumped her. Holding crossbow like he's literally Alec Hunter. Passing a football, call this dude Alec Hunter. When he's doing bad, he is trash like Alec Dumpster. Wife is literally cheating, so Alec go confront her. Thinking about stuff he's doing and Alec wonder. Shooting lightning from his fingers like he's Alec Thunder. Alec Hunter is here to stay. Alec Hunter knows the way. Alec Hunter, king of crochet. Alec Hunter will make your day. Alec Hunter is here to stay. Alec Hunter knows the way. Alec Hunter, king of crochet. Alec Hunter will make your day.
Good afternoon, boys, girls, and MBs of all shapes, all sizes, all colors, and all orientations. Welcome to the one and only Alec Gunter stream. My name is Alec Gunter. We are live from gray, overcast, dark, dank Ohio. It was rainy. It still is rainy, kind of, sort of, not really. It's like in that weird, I can't really decide what it's doing in between phase. It needs to just pick a side if you ask me. You can't be a centrist on that. God. Okay, so like, fun fact, right? Everybody makes fun of me for being bald. And I don't give a shit, right? Like, I'm not self-conscious about it at all. Like, I know I'm bald. The thing I'm self-conscious about sometimes with this is, like, I don't keep up with shaving it. But the fact that I'm bald is not, like, a big deal to me. If I could have hair, I'd probably choose to have it, but whatever. Like, I don't care. I look fine. But the reason I'm bringing this up is the thing that does kind of make me self-conscious. Tidbit for anybody who is actually looking to make me self-conscious about my appearance, right? People call me fat sometimes too, which I think is very silly. I mean, I am a little chubby, but I could probably throw you across the football field soaking wet. So, but the thing that really makes me self-conscious, okay, is these spots on my arms. Because I won't get into too much detail, but let's just say that I have a picking problem. So, like, that's really where I have a little bit of self-consciousness. So, I'm slowly balding, so keep at it, King. It keeps me inspired to fuck it and live my best life. Yeah. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, and I don't mind that, like, other leftists and stuff make fun of people that we hate for being bald. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. And it's for fun, right? Like, people on my side don't make fun of me for being bald unless it's in jest, like we're all having a good time. I do think that when conservatives do it, the feeling I get, right, is like, okay, well, I couldn't control myself being bald, so I worked with what I had. If I had the money for fucking hair implants, I might get them. But, like, all you're saying is that if you were to go bald, it's not my fault. So, like, all you're saying is that if you were in my position and you were to go bald, then you would be self-conscious about it, right? Like, that's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of silly. I mean, it's valid to be self-conscious about it, but then it's like, okay, well, now do something about it, So, yeah, projection, exactly. Okay. I would love to keep chatting and rambling about nothing. Also, is the frame rate okay? It looks like it might be a little bit choppy sometimes. Possibly. But if it looks fine to you guys, then I won't worry about it. I finally got Stream Elements multi-stream working again, so we don't got to use that dumb other website. I think that it updated because, like, it just suddenly works much better out of nowhere. Frame rate looks decent? Okay. No, if nobody's complaining about it, then I won't worry about it. Anyway. No time to dawdle. I'm already 5 minutes late to an appointment. We are bringing in a guest, a friend. And, oh yeah, I should probably put her, channel in the description of the video. Give me just a second. Okay. You may know her, you may love her, you may hate her. But if you do, then you should hate me too, because she's my best friend. One sec. There we go. Okay, it's twitch.tv/Tina2. That's TINA_TOO. Tina2. I am messaging her right now to see if she is ready. I have not heard anything yet, so I guess until she confirms, we'll keep the music blasting. Song name? This is from Sonic Adventure 2. The exact name of it is Believe in Myself, also known as Tails' theme. It's pretty good. Sonic Adventure 2's got some bangers. We talk about it all the time, I can't get enough of it. Okay. Yes, collab. We do a little collab. I'm also going to offer... So, our original plan was to watch this video about... It's the second... Or no, it's the first thing in the description. Or in the title. Is the new Netflix show Anti-White. I'm fairly sure that's what the video is going to be about. But anyway, our original plan was to watch that. I'm going to ask her, though, if she wants to do the Sam Seder thing with me, too. Probably has thoughts on that. I haven't watched any of it yet. Well... Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I saw some posts on Twitter. So, like, I watched, like, 10 or 20 seconds just to get a feel for it, but not anything substantial. So, I gotta quit, like, biting my nails. I don't know when I got into this habit of, like, doing that, but I need to stop. Especially because right now I don't have one. Hello, Failsafe. Hello, Zero Saber. Sounds like the, Jammy Lammy song to me. Oh, I know that one. That's the Gravity Falls one, right? I don't think... How did you get there, though? Like, the Gravity Falls Jammy Lammy sound that Dipper sang? Okay, she said 8 minutes. Okay. Keep Your Head Up, I think, the previous song. No, not... Yeah, I know. The Tails theme. I don't know how you got there. Hold on. This one? Aim Jammer Lammy from Parappa? That would make more sense, because if you're talking about... Okay, sorry. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, though? Because that's the first thing that came to my head. People have, like, made memes with it, especially with, Actually, let me just pull up the meme, so that I don't get copyrighted. Still gotta be careful, though, because YouTube likes to copyright strike audio as well from shows. See if I can find it. I'm not going to be able to find it. It's that one song that's like, who wants a lammy, lammy, lammy? I do. I do. It's really bad. Okay, complete non sequitur. Complete non sequitur, right? Every single time, without fail, there's like a couple of big YouTubers who do this, like a handful maybe. But almost every time, right, that I see on the front page of my fucking YouTube channel, goddamn, right here, goddamn AI art on the thumbnail, right? It's got like 29 views. It's got like 13 views, maybe like 98, you know, like it's never doing well. It's never popping off, ever. And so I'm forced to ask myself, what the fuck is the point of the AI art thumbnail? Like, everybody can tell it's AI, motherfucker. Everybody knows. Okay? And it's not even, like, attractive. Like, I don't understand why this would make me want to click on it. I don't think that... Okay, so here's the difference, right? So you look at a thumbnail like this, and it's like straight slop, right? It's just slop. Even if a human had made this, right? I wouldn't call it slop. But it's just not, like... It's not a thumbnail. This is not how you do a thumbnail. Look at the one right next to it. This, from Very Tall Bart. Okay? Simple but effective. Very good thumbnail. You got the big letters, okay? You got the red arrow, and you got a guy with the big mouth. 143k views. Alright? I'm not saying every single one of my thumbnails a banger. I am saying there's a basic formula, okay? Like, look at every other thumbnail on here. This one's just a cat, but that's cheating. So, you know, that's an exception. But, like, every single other thumbnail on here is, like, very clearly intended to get your attention and get you to click. This one is just not. It's just garbage. Like, that's why, like, that's why I wonder, like, why even fucking do it? Why do it? It's not helping you. And I don't think, honestly, I don't think that AI is going to be very good at making clickbaity thumbnails. Like, at the very least, right? You're going to have to go back and put in some text and arrows. Like, you can make a good base from it, I guess. Well, good as good gets with AI art. But, like, you're still going to have to go back in, add, like, text, add an arrow, you know, like, you're going to have to do some work after the fact. And, like, at that point, you're just slapping a coat of paint on a pile of shit. Like, why not just build it yourself? Or pay somebody to do it, you know? I know not everybody can. I know not everybody, like, can pay to do it, but, like, it's not hard to just learn how to do it yourself. It takes, like, no time. Let me show you something, right? Like, these thumbnails, okay? They take, like, a couple of minutes. Like, a couple minutes. Okay, I'll tell you my formula right now. This one's a little different, but most of these, what you got is, you got your main subject, right? Here it's the baby, here it's the people in the meeting, here it's the guy kicking me out, right? Like, you got the main subject, you turn up, you amp up the saturation on their body a little bit, okay? You turn, like, look at, it's very easy to see on the baby one. You turn, sometimes you need a good background, so you might have to add that. You turn down the lighting outside of the subject, right? And then you slap some big text on it with white and yellow font. White and yellow font is the way to go, okay? I've means tested this. This is scientifically accurate. White and yellow font is the best way to get people to click. A mix of both if you can. If it's just one word, sometimes that works. Okay? And I tend to go for yellow over white. The yellow is the crucial element there. It catches the eye. You know? And, like, sometimes, like, if you want to get really in-depth with it, like, the tilt is the little tilt that you do with the text can sometimes add a little bit of, you know, chaos to it. I didn't put the tilt in this one, though, because I felt like this one is a little bit more organized in structure. Like, it's a little bit different. You know, it's an art. It's an art. So, like, AI cannot fucking do this. AI cannot do what I do. I am an artiste. These are my masterpieces, okay? Here's my canvas. Here's my brush. I do my art, okay? I'm not saying this is, like, museum worthy. I'm just saying there is an art to it. That AI will never be able to capture, ever. Never, ever, ever. You will never be able to just ask a machine to spit out a good thumbnail for you. Ever. Same with making memes. Agreed! Like, fucking... Like, I have seen, like, a couple of AI-generated slop images that have made me laugh, you know? And usually it's with some kind of context. Another thing that really made me laugh that I would watch over and over again, honestly, is Oni Plays doing their AI-generated slop. Like, I think that they dip it... I think Oni Plays is starting to dip into the AI thing a little bit too much. Like, it's just getting boring. But, like, the Trump thing that they did, like, the AI-generated Trump pictures, hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, it was really funny. I couldn't help myself. I was giggling like a schoolgirl. Been a while since I catched alive. Well, welcome back. Glad you are catcheting alive. What app do you use for your text on thumbnails? Okay, so let me enlighten you all. There is a free version of Photoshop called Photopea. Okay? And when I say free version of Photoshop, I'm talking like... It's not like discount Photoshop is not even how I would describe it. Like, yes, but actually no. It's pretty good. Like, it's pretty fucking good. It is the best free software you will probably be able to use. It's not software. It's so there's a couple downsides, right? It's browser based. It's so like if you lose your work, you just kind of you're fucked. You have to like save it, right? It's so like for one of its core features that I actually use quite a bit, for example, right? Like if I went to I don't know, Ben Shapiro. I always default to Ben Shapiro for thumbnails. Don't ask why. It's actually been a long time since I've covered him, so I don't know why he's on the brain. But like we'll take this picture, right, of Ben Shapiro, and I'll just show you like one of its flaws. I'll do this quickly because Tina's probably ready soon. So one of its flaws, right, is... So zoom out. So the remove background feature. Very good, very powerful, and also... It's a premium feature, so you have to watch an ad. 15 seconds. Sometimes it's 5 seconds, sometimes it's 30, whatever. Way better than trying to remove the fucking background myself, I will say that much. Okay? Great cheat code. And sometimes it does that, so, you know, whatever. So if we only wanted his face, that would work, but unfortunately in this instance, it did also remove his suit. Shit happens. So in this case, I would in fact, like, exactly, like, this proves my point perfectly. It's not, like, perfect. Another thing is object selection. Like, that helps me not at all, actually. Like, it's not detecting Ben Shapiro, like, it's not detecting Ben Shapiro as the object. It's not doing what I want it to. The magic wand is fine. The quick selection is a little bit fucky. Actually, wow, wait. Why did that one work so well? Hold up. Select inverse, delete. No. Okay, it needs a little bit of smoothing out, but like once you do that, so like look, that's actually pretty good. So we modify, smooth it like 2 pixels, okay? We'll increase, I want to expand. So we'll expand the boundary just by like 1 pixel and then delete. Okay, it's not perfect. It needs some cleaning up, but it's not terrible either. We could work with that. So anyway, you guys get the point. It's not a perfect copy of Photoshop, but it's like free, whereas Photoshop is not, so to say the least. Like Photoshop literally has like a fucking subscription now that you need to pay for it or some shit. It's such bullshit. So GIMP and Inkscape are good. GIMP is what I used to use. I like Photopea better. But GIMP is free software that is also very good. It's just a lot different, and I forget how to use it now. So, and if I recall, you can't exactly like draw on it, or like if you can draw on it, it's not as simple as just like grabbing the paint tool and then scribbling. It like makes you fucking hunt down the paint tool, and I hate that. Photopea is easier than GIMP. I agree. Photopea is very accessible. It's like the adult version of Paint, of MS Paint. Very Tall Bard has used AI voices in his vids. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it, but like, I get it. Like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I don't like it. It's lazy. It's lazy. I think Very Tall Bart does very good work. I think that the AI slop detracts from that. I think that it would be funnier if he did the voices himself or found somebody to do them. Like Amon Animations, right? You guys know, I never watched that Amon Animations video. But he finds people to do the voices. He doesn't use AI fucking generated voices. That's stupid. Okay. Time has come. We must bring in our guest. We were just talking about that guitar rocker. Yeah, I just mentioned that. I haven't watched that yet. There we go. Okay.
It wouldn't. I had the window open and it wasn't ringing. That was so weird.
I think we might have both pressed the button at the same time because that happened to me too.
I wasn't pressing the button. It just said missed call.
That's weird because it wasn't like I clicked it, and then it was like Alec Gunter started a call, but there was no call started. Interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe because I'm in streamer mode.
Maybe. Are you gonna go on camera?
Yeah, I have to disable it from my stream though. Hold on.
Oh yeah, sure. You're still live.
Yeah, but D&D mode would still show up if I have the window open. Like, yeah, I am still live. Hold on.
Gotcha. Here, I'll pull up your chat on
How do I do this?
Chatterino.
Is it fully, I have to fully disable it, I think.
There you
we
go.
go.
Give me just a
Hi,
second.
chat.
I want to pull up your chat too.
They're all calling you gay and fake.
That's pretty rude. I mean, it's not wrong, but it's pretty rude to say that.
Hold on. Why are you so loud in the thing? There we go. There we go. Speak.
Who's calling? Ya mom. It's Tina too. I'll introduce her properly in just a second here. Let me get stuff set up.
Calling. Who's calling my phone? What's that Nokia song?
I have no idea.
Is it Stacy in the night? Da 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 da.
There we go. Now I can see her chat. Hello, Tina Chatters. I see you. Alec is slurs. Bro, you're built like a brick shithouse. I've been told this. Thank you. I appreciate you saying so. People call me fat. We were just talking about this earlier. Like, people on Twitter call me fat, and I'm like, okay, like, you could make that argument, sure. But, like, also I could toss you soaking fucking wet across a football field. So I just don't care what your opinion on my weight is.
Yeah, you tell them.
Yeah. Which I'm not... I'm actually losing weight pretty effectively now. My gut is shrinking quite a bit. So, you know, we're doing pretty good.
If I wanted someone to break down a door, I trust you. Okay, calm down. Stop glazing. No need to keep glazing him.
No, please continue. Okay, let me get you. I don't want to set this up, so I want you on the left. I'll put.
Did you see the Asmongold video?
No, you want to watch that?
No, I meant the
The M on animations.
Yeah, have you seen it?
No, you want to watch it?
Yes.
Yeah, we can absolutely.
I told him, chat. I told him 4 days ago to watch it, and you know what he did? You know what he did? He did not respond to my messages in chat.
Yes, I did. I literally did.
To be fair, I was going to his. Oh my god, I'm breaking the fuck out. I just noticed. To be fair, it is my fault because I was going back and forth between streams. So you probably. I'm just being dramatic.
By the way, chat, let me know how the volume balance is. Uh-oh.
Wait, can you hear me through my microphone or the shitty one?
No, I think it's the good one. It sounds like the good one.
Oh, I can hear this.
Okay, there we go. Why do I see you twice?
So that stock market, chat.
Okay.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Here, let me do this. Properties. No.
It's weird seeing Tina mirrored. We're doing Hello Egg. We're doing Asmongold Reacts. Yeah, we've. You know what? These. Oh my god. You know what's really gross?
Yeah.
Like sand fleas. Have you ever seen sand fleas? That shit is nasty. They all like wiggling. I don't know economics, but I do know color and red. Colors in red is bad.
I don't know that I've ever seen a sand flea.
Sand fleas. They're so nasty looking. Look at this. I'm gonna send it to Alec.
Okay, I think that's pretty good.
Well, I can't send it to you. I can send it to you on Facebook. That's better for me.
Actually, let me
Or not
transform it a little
Facebook.
bit
I
more.
said Facebook.
Don't need all that right space. We'll do.
Look at this chat.
There we go. That's a little better. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So, I got you on the screen now. I have my
Yeah,
desktop
they're like
showing.
wiggly. Ugh.
Are you looking at sand fleas?
I sent you the video on x.com.
On x.com.
They're like, oh, what? Yeah, Twitter.
Is that what they're calling it now? X.com?
Yeah, it's.
Really?
Why do you think there's a
I
big
haven't heard
X?
of this.
Are you? Oh, he's kidding. He's kidding me. Okay.
That's funny. Okay. Catching jumbo sand fleas.
We're
What
on
is
the
this?
beach right now. I got my sand flea rake, and there's a ton of sand fleas right there. Watch this.
Oh, they're water-faring creatures.
Oh my gosh! There's so many. Look at this, guys. Come on, look at this. Look at this. Look at how many fleas we got. Look at these.
Oh, he's gonna hold them.
Look at all
Okay.
those fleas. Look at them all. Oh my gosh, they're running away. Look, they're running away.
Huh.
They're just like wiggling.
They do be moving.
They're running away. Look, they're running away.
Never touching a beach again. You. Okay. Yeah.
This is one of the least scary things that you could encounter on the
It's
beach.
you to tell people what to be afraid of.
Listen. Okay, it's a creepy crawly. I get it. That's fine. Oh, you know what
And
it
then I
reminds
just
me?
like see him holding it creeps me out.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
There's this little known game called Minecraft. Have you ever played it?
No. What is
Oh,
that?
well, it's kind of like Skyrim, but basically there's like you break these bricks, and then sometimes when you break the bricks, like these little creepy crawlies come out. And it looks like that.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of like Skyrim. If you like Skyrim, you should try it. Okay, so what are we doing here? Let me get. We have to get into. I have to share my screen. Or you share
We're
yours.
gonna watch
your
the
call.
Asmongold video. You can share. I don't want to
Okay.
share. You have 3 monitors.
That is true. Hopefully, I've been having some OBS issues, so hopefully this can handle it fine.
The
If not, we
infested
might.
stone or whatever.
If not, we might have to have you share your screen, if possible.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's already messing up. Hold on.
what's going on?
I think I'm overloading my GPU or my I have to download more RAM. Basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You need dedicated WAM.
Yeah.
You
Gotta
guys doing
download some more
okay
RAM.
mentally?
Can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
One Piece.
I was talking about. I wonder if the thumbnail's still up here. There's a thumbnail of somebody. I'm not trying to dog on the person, but like they had a fucking AI art thumbnail, and I was right. I was dogging on it because it's like 27 fucking views, right? And it's like every time I ever see a thumbnail, like it's just a slot, like they literally just generated it, you know, and did nothing else with it. Like it's literally like 20, 30, 40 views at best, and like 2 hours long.
Sad.
It's so sad. It's like, can you not just figure out the thumbnail game, or like
I know.
just put a screen cap from the video itself? Like, what do you think this is helping?
Yeah. One Piece?
Like why take spoilers. Why
Wait, you don't Drake Nakia. You looked up that song.
Oh, Drake. Sorry, you said Nokia, and I thought the Nokia phone. I thought you were talking about like a Nokia jingle.
Oh, no. But
yeah, didn't we watch that last night? We watched some music video last night.
Are you asking me or your audience?
You. I wasn't live last night.
Oh! No, we didn't watch it last night.
Oh, okay. We watched something else then. Anyway, let me search that.
We watched Gunter.
That's what it was.
This is your life. Anything is right.
Right.
My life. Everything is right.
Okay. Hold on just a second.
The left should do reverse fascism?
What does that even entail?
Don't say, oh, good lord. Know that I know you were bumping Gunther in 2010, Afro. Don't say, oh, good lord, like you weren't listening to Teeny Weeny String Bikini.
Okay, let me start the recording. Are you ready?
Hold on, actually.
Sure.
Give me a sec.
How we doing, chat? That's fishing bait right there? Yeah. They are pretty big. They were pretty big boys. John Wick if he was an alien. That's giving him too much credit. No, I see it. John Wick if he were like disgusting and pathetic and looked like an alien and was not actually John Wick in any way, in any meaningful capacity, but has like a very basic visual resemblance in some ways. This is a segment? Yes. Are we on YouTube? You're on my YouTube right now. Well, you're not like visible on my YouTube channel right now. Since you brought up the stock market, I want to show you this bizarre thing that Trump shared on Truth Social. Hold on. I wish that fucking OBS would just automatically dump the link into Google Chrome, but whatever. Trump is purposely crashing the market. American Papa Bear on X. Wait, he just posted this? I'm confused. Trump is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Trump is crashing the stock market by 20% this month, but he's doing it on purpose. And this is why Warren Buffett just said Trump is making the best economic moves he's seen in over 50 years. Now, here's the secret game he's playing, and it could make you rich. So why is he doing this? To push cash into treasuries, which forces the Fed to slash interest rates in May, and those lower rates give the Fed the ability to refinance trillions of debt very inexpensively. It also weakens the dollar and drops mortgage rates. Now, it's a wild chess move, but it's working. Now, you're probably wondering, what about his tariffs? Well, I'll tell you, it's a genius play. It actually forces companies to build here to dodge them. It also...
No, it doesn't. You literally just pass the cost onto the consumer. That's not how that... I was kind
Sorry.
of paying attention. What'd you say?
I was just saying how last night or yesterday he was interviewed and he said that he thinks that he thinks China's just gonna call him to negotiate. Gonna give him he thinks that China's gonna say, we'll give you TikTok for the tariffs to be taken away.
That's
Like,
awesome,
they're
man.
fucking moron. God, he's such a bad businessman. Like, I'm so serious. Hold on. I need my hairbrush. I'm actually losing my mind.
That's awesome. A very serious and good president.
So forces farmers to sell more of their products here in the U.S. to bring grocery prices way down. We've already seen this with eggs. Now, remember,
you could have literally like done this like just the main thing I'm concerned here is like that's 2 blunders in 1 minute. Just re-record it. Like, did you do like
President Xi is gonna call and he's gonna say, we'll give you TikTok. We'll give you TikTok for the tariffs.
my little Xi Jinping is gonna call any day now. Gonna call any day now, I swear.
He's gonna say, please, Mr. President.
Please.
remember, 94% of all stocks are owned only by 8% of Americans. So Trump, he's taking from the rich short term and handing it to the middle class through lower prices.
None of that made any sense. None of that made any sense. Masterful gambit, sir. Shit's pants.
He thinks
Masterful
he
gambit.
said he also said in the same interview, someone said, how long do you think it's gonna take to like move production? And then he said it's gonna take like 2 years to build infrastructure for it. And I'm like, that's no. 2 years minimum. But like companies are not going to move. There are massive, massive plants to America. There's like, why would you do that? You can just say fuck you to America and not sell to them or work with them.
It's nonsensical. Like, it literally makes no sense whatsoever. But everybody's lapping it up, man. You know? I gotta clear up some space on my hard drive real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
It'll only take a sec. I just gotta delete some
Everything
more videos.
is like it's a summer night. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Well, don't do that yet.
Yeah, I gotta do it later.
Later. Okay, got that. And then I need to... Dude, those fucking squirrels outside are being so goddamn annoying, and the cat is chasing them. And I hope he
Did you see the
catches
message
them.
I put in the group chat yesterday? I mean today?
No, not yet. I haven't looked at that yet today.
I woke up this morning and I looked in the backyard and I saw a cat chow down on a chipmunk. It made
Awesome.
me feel sick. It made me feel so sick. I just did not eat my morning banana. It was so gross. Ugh.
Yep, they're wretched little beasts, those cats. Oh, hold on.
I too.
There we go. There we go. Okay. What noise are they making? It's like...
You want to go check?
No. We've held it off long enough.
Among Us, Among Us, Among Us.
Did you want to record this for a YouTube segment?
It's whatever you want. I don't...
Okay.
I'm okay either way.
Okay. Are you ready? I'll introduce you properly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got Tina2 here from twitch.tv/Tina2. That's twitch.tv/TINA underscore Tina, underscore TOO. On Twitch, we'll leave a link in the comment for her channel, great friend of the show, and we are going to watch a couple videos together today. It's going to be a fun time. So, how you doing today, Tina?
My tummy hurts.
Hot girl tummy problems. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My tummy was hurting today, too. I don't know what was up with that.
Well,
Weird.
I hope you didn't have too much candy like I did. I had more
No.
candy this morning.
Gotta stop with the candy. I actually haven't had candy in a minute. I've been doing pretty good on that front.
I just
when
don't
comes
have
to-
it that often. So when I do eat it, I'm just like...
Gotta binge it. I feel you. So,
Yeah.
Tina was begging me to watch Asmongold Gets Political from Amon
Well, that's
Animations.
true, I was.
Yeah.
That's true, I was.
She would not be quiet about it. So we are going to
not.
engage now with it. I have heard that it is a very funny haha video, and we are going to have a good time. So let's do a little, as the kids call, react segment. Let's do a little react segment. See what's going on.
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch and also what my plans are going forward. I think this has been something that's a long time coming. I think that
It's so funny because like I know like he looks like an alien, but like he's got the mouth perfect. Like
Ugh,
it's
I
so
know.
funny. Like I just watched him for the first time in forever the other night, and I was like, what is he doing with his fucking face? Like he moves
does
his
the
eyebrows
little-
around like
I hate the eyebrow thing. What is
Right.
like? I know people have ticks, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just when Asmon does a tick, I'm like, hey, can you stop? You don't need to do that. You don't need to. You don't need to. You know?
It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Also, to everybody, sorry that Tina's coming in a little bit choppy. I'm overloading my CPU, and I need to get, or not my CPU, my the other thing. I need to download more RAM. Is what I'm trying to say.
Dedicated wham.
Yeah. So I apologize for the choppy
Well,
video.
you better get to it because the tariffs. The tariffs.
True. I better get on that quickly. That's a good point. All right. Let's keep going.
I've been slowly devolving into the most psychopathic version of myself. I think that I've been devolving into this. I don't like making
I would
apologies
agree.
because I think words don't matter. But I do think changed actions and changed behaviors do. And so you can take my apology as hopefully better content. And if you're not seeing that, I want you to hold me accountable. Hopefully this time I won't be stupid enough to
I
ignore
can't
it.
believe he actually said this. He actually said this when he got banned.
He didn't change at all, did he? Like he cleaned up a couple of
No.
things, but
And then he came back and then said, I think Palestinians deserve to die.
yeah, it's quite.
After
it's quite
this
gross.
video, we can switch to me streaming it because this is, yeah.
Is it too choppy?
I mean, I'm looking at it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, we'll switch over to you streaming it, and we'll see if that works better.
After this,
Yeah, after this.
yeah. The neck.
This
No,
is a
it's
good
pretty
trial
dry.
run.
Anyway, I'm just going to focus on myself for a while, try to improve my own life. You guys deserve a much better version of me than what you've been getting. And I hope that I
Okay.
can live up to that in the future.
He's doing the cleaning. He's taking a shower.
I love the Sims music.
My clean king. It's great. God. It's not even like that much of an exaggeration either. Well, okay, that is, but.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Man, it's been a crazy 2 weeks, I'll tell you that.
is that?
Trump is, he's coming
It's a
out with
rat.
some plans. This is the time where you can say elections have consequences. We are in for 4 years of some of the best content that I think we've seen in a long time.
He's so
Wait.
evil.
They're doing
He's
this
so
thing
evil.
with like these deportations.
Hold on, wait, what?
of
Oh yeah,
some
no,
of the
yeah, for Trump, yeah.
best content that I think we've seen in a long time.
Oh yeah, no, I love that video. It was a pretty epic own of the libs when when ICE picked up those innocent people and threw them into
Yeah.
cages against their will, like when they kidnapped
They
people.
genuinely think that this shit is sick and funny because they
I
don't
know.
see anyone as a real human being.
Yeah, no, it's just funny to them because it's like, oh, like Trump is the president now, so they basically see it as he can't do anything wrong because everything he does is to own the libs, and as long as the libs are owned, well, that's fine. You know, like everything's fine.
Until all of these broke, dusty, ugly men get the consequence, like they won't be able to get their video games. Their video games are now $90. And it's only going to get worse from there. You think the Switch is going to stay $449? No. No. Your video games and your systems and your hardware, your GPU, your CPU, your RAM, your motherboards, your power supplies, all of this is going to be exceptionally more expensive. But that's your content president, right? That's your guy.
Exactly. Like everything's fine. As long as people are mad, you know, I want to see other people suffer, and if I have to suffer too,
Yeah.
well, at least they're also suffering. You know, it's just
I don't
like
even,
a suffering fetish.
I don't think they're gonna. I think they didn't expect Trump's policies to affect them, and now it's gonna affect them, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I mean, even if it does, like they're going to play, they're gonna like play along with it. They'll be like, oh yeah, this is fine, as long as I am, you know, like basically okay, and other people are also
But they're
suffering.
okay. That's no. They're not going to be okay, is what I'm saying. They're not going to be happy.
Oh,
about
eventually,
their...
sure, yeah, yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going.
So like they're doing this thing with like these deportations where they bring
Pretty
in
epic.
like celebrities to deport people, and it made me wonder, what is the probability that Tom Homan would let me go with him dressed up as Ash Ketchum with watching them do deportations?
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Yeah. He fucking said this. He's... You know what's so interesting about this too? Like when you look at the Daily, is it the Daily Wire?
Ben
It's
Shapiro
now
and Matt Walsh, you mean?
filing. It's now filing for bankruptcy. Yeah, and this is the epitome, the end goal for right-wing media. Just a fucking guy in his room, unshowered, unwashed, musty as hell, saying, "Yeah, base."
It's just gross. Like, I don't know how else to
Yeah.
put it. I
I
don't.
feel
I'm sorry, I
bad.
don't have more to add. I just like I don't know what to say. It's just it's a suffering kink. Like they just like watching
Yeah.
people suffer.
Well, ultimately, my point was there was like a veil of intelligence, at least with Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro. They were like, yeah, we're the intelligent right. And now they don't even give a shit about performing
Yeah.
intelligence. They're just like, yeah, we're fucking morons who love consuming absolutely garbage.
Yeah, because like at least in the days of like Ben Shapiro's epic owning of the libs, it was like facts don't care about your feelings, right? And
Yes.
they at least had that veneer of we're doing this because
Yes.
we're smart and we know what we're talking about.
Yes.
But it's all just falling apart now. Like Asmongold
Because they don't need
is
to pretend they're in power. They've won.
Right.
They don't need to like fully won. They've captured the highest office in the land right now. That's obviously going to change. Chinese century incoming. Thank God.
Yeah, it's all like when Xi Jinping is ultimately more powerful than Donald Trump, maybe things will get better. Like, they can't get. I don't know how they could get worse than Donald Trump. So whatever,
No.
that's fine.
Anyway.
We'll all be
Exactly.
Chinese
That'd be
citizens.
really good content. It would be. Your statement about not voting to disadvantage yourself is really blowing up on X with strong support. Well, of course it is. Of course, it's just a logical perspective to have. Now, there's a bunch of emotionally unstable retards on the internet that like to distort reality, but no, of course I'm not going to vote for somebody who's going to say that someone else is going to have a privilege that I can't have. Why the fuck would I ever do that? That's the most retarded
so
thing you can
wrong.
imagine.
You have all the privileges!
So, no.
You have every privilege! You know,
Right.
the thing about Asmongold, he got a free house from his dead mother. He has everything. Literally. There's not a single privilege this man doesn't have. He would not have been able to be as successful as he is now. He was able to quit his job at the IRS and have maybe a mortgage payment. I don't know the ins and outs of that.
Mm-hmm.
But he inherited a house from his mom. And then because of that, the mortgage payment, if there was one, was probably incredibly, incredibly low. He didn't have to worry about rent. Maybe a few bills here and there. But he's had every privilege in the world. Literally every privilege.
I actually didn't know he got a freaking house from his mom. Like, that's...
That house is from his mom. She died of cancer.
And he's taking great care of it.
Yeah.
I'm being real.
Yeah. Which imagine your parent dies and you let vermin rot in that house. I would be embarrassed.
Just real quick, how important is it to you that you can see my video feed, like on your screen?
I don't care.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to turn my camera off on Discord and see if that helps.
Okay, I'm gonna turn mine off too. Unless you want to see me. Do you want to see me on your stream?
That's up to you.
Okay. He never did that. He cares so little that as a millionaire, he got a free house he already lived in for all his life, and he's just been destroying and keeps destroying because he just doesn't give a shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I genuinely don't think he actually cares about anything. Like, he
No,
just
I agree.
gets up here and says things.
No, you're absolutely correct.
Of course, that's
Sorry.
like.
You ready to keep going?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, why don't I just vote to have somebody shoot me? Holocaust was a lie?
Yeah, that's exactly
guys,
the same.
I'm not one of these Holocaust deniers. I think the Holocaust
But-
probably happened. I think.
Wait.
That is Holocaust denial. Saying the Holocaust probably happened is Holocaust denial, mind you.
I think it probably happened.
Yes. Yes.
Listen, I'm
he's
not gonna
insane.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's entirely improbable that the Holocaust did in fact happen. It's like,
For those of you asking, in Alex chat, he got a free house from his dead mother. Yes, that house he lives in is his childhood home that he inherited when she passed away. And he really has not had much to worry about his whole life. And then he sits on his fucking golden rotten throne or fucking rat throne and goes, I don't want anyone else to have a privilege that I don't have. And there's not a single privilege he does not have himself. So this is an insane statement.
I mean, it's the epitome of like ignorance, of like,
Yes.
like you don't. I know that word's thrown around a lot, but really think about it. Like, you literally just don't know. Like, you have
No, I
no
agree.
idea what you have. You know?
He's never had to suffer a day in his
Yeah.
life other than like maybe suffering because he looks like that. But, financially, no. No, I
mean,
genuinely think he feels like shit because he looks like that. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's
He is
impossible.
far too insecure.
It's impossible for him to not feel like shit. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he, like, not showering for a month. Like, you have to be one
Yeah.
depressed motherfucker to be like, yeah, I'm not going to shower for a month. You know?
Do you
like,
know
I'm
about
not.
the blood wall?
Yes, I know about the blood wall. It's quite sick.
He's so
I know that he
nasty.
didn't set out to be like, yeah, I'm 1 month no shower challenge. I'm saying that like after like at least a week, man, like you got to be like, yeah, I'm getting gross. It's time for a shower. Like, I'll admit,
I feel
I've
gross
gone a
after
week
3
without
days.
showering. Huh?
Yeah, I feel gross after 3 days of not showering.
Same. I've gone a week, like in a depressive
Yeah.
state. You know, like I've got like I don't think I've ever gone over a week. If I have, it was I don't remember. But like a month is insane. Like you are actually just rotting at that point.
Yeah. God, that's so nasty.
Just a disgusting, vile creature.
Probably 99% certainty it happened.
The Nazis burned books on gender sciences.
99%
They
certainty.
did do that. It's a bit of a miss. Like, my understanding is that they burned them not because it was gender stuff, but because it was written in Jewish and not German. Look at this.
It was written
People
in
wonder if
Jewish.
Stars used to promote wokeness in video games. Answer is yes. USAID paid Politico millions of dollars a year to write pieces like this one, which promotes diversity and describes Gamergate as disinformation and harassment campaign. So this is the thing, guys. I want these people to suffer.
Oh my
Because
god.
that's what they did to me. Get rid of them.
What did they do to you? You have not.
The journalists wrote bad things about him. He's talking about journalists.
Oh. Well, but that's still,
Yeah.
like, they just pointed out factual information about you.
Yes.
That's
They
not
literally-
doing things to you.
They quoted him, and he didn't
I
like
can't-
that.
I can't believe they would take my words and tell other people that I said them. How dare they?
Oh
Like-
my god.
Just awful.
Make an example of them. Say, listen, this is what happens. Gamers rise up. What goes around? Yep, what goes around comes around. And we're coming. Mute the stream for about a minute
Several years earlier.
if you don't want to hear something really bad. So I walked down to the store the other day, and I could tell that the back of
I know
my
this
hands, my
story.
dick and balls, was getting a little bit too cold. Now that doesn't happen a lot. And I look and I
No.
realize part of the back of my sweatpants had been eaten away because we had a rat infestation in our house, and one of the rats had gotten trapped in my room, and it had eaten, I guess, sweat and dried cum off of the back of my sweatpants,
Oh!
and the entire back of it was gone. Nah, incel attitude.
No! No!
He-
That is
The thing
rancid.
is, he gives us this information. He gives us this fucking information. He
You
does
could not. You, like, first of all, like, what the fuck? How did that even occur? Right? Secondly, you could not torture me into admitting that.
Yeah, you could not. You could not do that to me. Like, if this happened to me, you could not torture this out of me either.
The lack of self-awareness is astonishing. Like, it's one thing for that, like, it's one thing for somebody to have, like, dug that up and be like, oh yeah, look at this, and then people make fun of it. No, he's just, like, sitting here saying it. Like, it's crazy.
He's disgusting, dude. Like, I see a single mouse, and I try my best to get rid of it. I'm like, okay, I have to bring my dishes down as soon as I'm done. Instead of like waiting an hour or two before I bring them down later. And then like
Mhm.
he just goes, I did not, oh my god, I feel sick thinking about it. Oh my god.
I mean, at this point, it's like nothing's off the table. It's like, just, yeah, go ahead and reveal, like, what a vile piece of human scum you are. Like, in every
And this
point,
is,
in every aspect
yeah.
of your life.
This is aside from saying I wore pants and didn't notice there was a massive hole in my sweatpants until I left the house.
Right.
Got to the shop and walked past the air conditioning unit. Yeah, don't you notice your pants have a fucking hole in them?
Okay,
like,
the thing
what?
the thing that got me, right, is I can accept that you don't notice the hole. Even though it was like really fucking big. Whatever. I can even accept that a rat ate through it. But like the extra context of what the rat was feasting on is entirely unnecessary. You didn't have to say that.
I'm sorry. I hate to like. How were you raised that you think being unwashed is okay?
Oh, his mother.
How
His mother has to be rolling in her grave. I cannot believe that she was as disgusting of a person as he is. Like, you are an embarrassment to your mother.
I mean, I don't love talking about people's family members. I'm just saying, generally, there's no way you were raised this way. There's no way. That's crazy.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not making fun of his mother. I'm saying that she's
Yeah.
probably very
Yeah.
disappointed in him. Anyway.
Poor fucking rats living on sweat and dried cum. Also true. They deserve, even rats deserve a better meal. That's, ugh, God. Ugh. Please
Yes,
continue.
Jinx.
Well, I guess I'm an incel. And I think everybody else should be too. And if there's enough of us, we can change the rules. And I think that's what we should do. Do I want my tax money going towards litigating people that like lollies? No. I think that if you're in this country and you commit any crime that's worse than jaywalking and you're not a citizen, I want you deported. Yep.
That's
Get the fuck out.
crazy.
People used to bring their families to watch lynchings. People are more than willing to do something that's horrible if they think that they're doing it for the right reason.
Like, how do you fix this?
I don't know. I don't know. Didn't we, like, we used to shame people. Did we not?
In the words of Mr. Krabs, we used to beat people up for saying things like that.
I think he got the hoarder habits from his mom, but even she would be blown away by the level of rot. I'm sure.
What a vile creature.
Just keep playing this. He usually has like fun stuff at the end.
Oh, I was about to stop recording. He deserves the credit anyway. Very good. I should mention, very good animation. Amon Animations is incredible. And if you're seeing my reaction to this on YouTube, go over, like the video, subscribe to Amon Animations, and give him money.
He deserves it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sometimes he pulled like an extra like animation at the end. I guess he didn't do that this time.
That's fine.
Gregor Samsa would be watching a video on this cockroach man saying these awful things and go, fuck this, I got a good job, cannot be social with this man. As long as he generates wealth, he won't stop. I think that's true. I think he is being validated right now from the same people that are just like, people look at him and they go, that's me. I also don't shower. I also have a dead rat that wakes me up every day.
It's got it. Oh yeah, the dead rat alarm clock.
Think about that, chat. Both mine and Alex chat. I just bit my tongue. This guy admitted that he woke up, and I don't know if the dead rat was on the roof outside of his window or if it was inside. Either way, he said, I used to wake up every day for months because the smell of a dead rat woke me up when the sun hit it. Oh my God.
Like, man, I sometimes, like, in my depressive phases, I'll get really self-conscious and be like, oh my God, like, I can't believe I said this. I can't believe I did that. I looked really stupid here. It's never this bad. It's not even a modicum close to this, like, ever. So I just, like, I feel like I've taken the Joker pill, where it's like, I've reached this point where, like, nothing these people say matters, and I could never be worse than them. I just couldn't. Like, okay, and if so, if it's acceptable for him to be like what he is, then then fuck it. Like, why would I
mean, like
feel
I said,
any kind of way about myself?
Exactly. I think it's a bunch of losers who found their king loser, and obviously it's, you know, his time as this right now is limited. He is not going to remain the king of right-wing media, because that's what he is. He is the largest political content creator right now online, and he is making so much money from that. In fact, more, like, there's a reason why we don't get as many chuds as we once did back in the early days of like the pandemic, because all these people go to Asmongold and they get reaffirmed on their hatred and their bigotry and their disgusting attitudes, and they're no showering too. Like, he is just so like, There's not a single redeeming quality about Asmongold.
No, not at all. Like the lowest of the, like, just disgusting. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay. You want to jump right into the next one?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's talk about adolescence. Chat. I mean, do we want to watch this despite not? Is there going to be spoilers to adolescence?
I think that he just goes through this news article. I think it just goes over like what the show is, because I looked into the drama a little bit, and I guess it seems like what the main thing people are concerned about is that the kid's white, and like they're trying to make a statement that like white kids are dangerous. And so like this is the one time where they're like, no, we need a DEI for this child who committed a horrible crime.
Oh my God. Okay.
The one time they're in favor of DEI hiring.
Mm-hmm.
That's my understanding of what's happening here. But let me
stupid. That's my commentary. It's stupid.
Yeah, let me go actually to the original suggestion and see what they say about it.
Kid is white canceled. No, because the reason why people have a problem with it is because it's based on like a real shooting where the kid was black, but I actually don't have a problem with them switching the kid's race to white, because there is a commentary about white boys being violent. They're like, white boys are violent. White boys shoot up schools for the most part, unfortunately. They are far too atomized in society, and they are very, very aggressive now. You know, it's not every school shooter is a white boy, but
here, let me
a lot of them.
Yeah, let me start the recording and we can get into it. Just a second.
Okay.
Oh,
I honestly don't know if I really care about this as much as you do, but you can do the load bearing.
Okay, I mean, if you want to, I mean, do you want to go over something else? I had another idea in mind.
What's your other idea?
Did you see Sam Seder go on?
I would rather watch this. I care more about this.
Okay, we'll do that. And then I'll do the other segment myself.
Okay.
Give me just a second. Okay, so there are a couple of different things, like segments from their debate that we could go over. I guess Valuetainment is uploading clips.
You know what's so funny?
Up.
You know Tim Heidecker, who I showed you all those years ago?
I know the name. I need to look up the face. What is he famous for again?
Comedy. Tim and Eric.
Okay, I know I've seen him. I just, for some reason, there's like a blank space in my brain.
I showed you that fake podcast he did when you were in Virginia. And it just wasn't comedy that was for you.
The fake podcast that he did. I don't remember.
Well, look up.
I'm sorry.
You can look up Tim Heidecker podcast. That's it, yeah.
Wait,
Jeremy
oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're rolling. What's up, guys?
Hey, how
How's
are
it
you?
going, man?
Hey.
This was making fun
crazy.
of
I was just talking.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I remember now. Okay, now it's ringing a bell. Okay. Yeah, what about him?
So he has a show called On Cinema where he'll switch up the theme of it like every season. And like 2 seasons ago, he specifically made fun of Valuetainment. In fact, let me look it up. He had a whole season of On Cinema. Tim Heidecker On Cin. And it was like the set itself was like Valuetainment setup, and I'm trying to find It was season 14.
Can I read somebody that just entered the chat?
Yes.
So, as I told you, I got into a little bit of a bit of drama with Metatron, and it seems because Metatron was talking about like anti-white racism and how bad it is, and so
Sure.
not doing white supremacy at all, by the way. And John Marcel here in the chat says, as a black person that loves white people and cannot stand anti-white sentiment, y'all are the fucking problem. It's interesting.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. You've convinced. You've definitely convinced.
I wasn't sure
Us that
until a black person came in here and told me actually white people rule. You know?
As a black lesbian,
Yeah.
I think you're in the wrong.
It's like
Oh my
even
God.
assuming you're not just making that shit up. I don't care, man.
It's definitely a faker.
Yeah, as one of the blacks myself, right? Hello, fellow blacks.
Okay.
How are you? Oh God.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
Season 14. Is this it? Episode 1. Okay, here it is. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but I'm sending to you on twitter.com.
Okay.
X.com. She misunderstood my economy till I crashed. She terrified my exports till I recession. Tim Heidecker is married with children. Good for him. Yes. Tina likes her sociopathic babies to be man-sized. I do.
Let's get to the bottom of what's going on in the world today. Expert opinions, fresh voices. And we're not just going to be talking about movies
You
either.
can
The right
skip the
information
intro.
right when you need it.
Skip the intro.
Yeah.
The knockout, all the blood, sweat, and tears. Shut 'em down and show me number one.
It's on cinema on demand.
What the heck? Hold up. We good, YouTube?
Hi, everybody.
You see? Look, it's set up just like it.
Just like.
The
I'm trying to-
valuetainment. This whole point of
okay.
showing
I've
you
never.
this is because it's
Okay, I've never actually watched Valuetainment, so that's I wouldn't have
okay.
known. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So, and then he acts like the guy too. He looks like him. So just like that's it.
Okay.
Patrick
Yeah.
Davis interviewing Terrence Howard.
That's great. That's actually really good commitment to the bit. I love that.
Yeah.
Because like it looks. I mean, I'm like. Here, we can just take a look real quick. Oh my God!
Yes.
It is actually just the same thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
they really committed to that bit.
Yes.
Like they got the L
He's
table.
brilliant.
That's great.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
They got the trophies in the back. Like the attention to detail is astounding.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have to watch him.
He
Wait,
really
only
wants to make fun of them.
4.969K subscribers? There's no way. Did he like start a new
Because
channel or
this is not
something?
This is not Tim Heidecker. This is Tim
Oh, a
Heidecker's
stalker.
This
My
is-
bad.
So you can't actually watch his videos. You're not supposed to be watching them on YouTube because he has
Oh.
his own network to
Right,
pay
right.
for the production fees.
Right.
And you're supposed to subscribe directly to his website for this. This is illegal.
Gotcha. Well, it was funny to look at anyway. Don't watch this on YouTube. Go pay them for their work.
Yeah.
Go be good people.
Yeah. Don't break the law.
All right. Which one of these before I start recording would you like to watch the most? We got
You can
Sam Cedar
pick
called
anyone.
out. Anyone? We got Sam Cedar called out over his insane views on wealthy taxpayers. CNN poll exposes shocking Democrat meltdown as support tanks. This is why your party sucks. Sam Cedar takes heat for defending Biden's open border policies. And you voted for Kamala. Heated debate with Sam Cedar over Kamala's failed 2024 campaign. I'm going to say probably one of the two shorter ones. And I want to see what he has to say about wealthy taxpayers. What do you think? Or the open.
Isn't there one about immigrants too? They're talking.
Yeah, the open
did he
border.
not- Okay, that one. That one might
Yeah,
be
yeah.
entertaining too.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Before
I think
we
that one's
continue, before we continue, apparently Donald Trump is going to walk back the tariffs this weekend.
That's incredible. He just can't make up his mind. That's crazy. Like at this point, like it's worse than if he would just let them go and tank the country.
Yeah.
Like you've got to commit to the bit, man.
Yeah, it makes him look really weak. It has to.
Incredibly weak. But people are going to lap it up. Like he's going to come up with some bullshit excuse and people are like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." So, whatever. Good job, Trump. All right, you guys, you ready?
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly, Sundry. I'm ready. Ooh.
All right. For all the YouTubers, we are once again joined by Tina2 from twitch.tv. That's twitch.tv/Tina2. That's TINA_TOO. I will leave a link to her channel in the description. Great friend of the channel, very smart person, and you should definitely follow her. I do not have her face cam up because I need to download more RAM. And until I do so, it's just going to be really choppy and it didn't look good on the last video. So you're going to have to deal with my ugly mug, which is fine. Unless you want to go over to, unless you're watching live and you want to go over to her stream, which is also acceptable. You can do that right now, as it turns out. Anyway, Tina, we are going to go over Sam Seder debating, what's his name again? I forget.
Patrick Bet-David.
Patrick Bet-Davis, thank you, on his podcast about Biden's open border policies. Because as we all know, Biden threw the border wide open, and there was no enforcement agency there whatsoever. Biden's very famous for stating how much he loves keeping the border open. So, I think this is a valid thing.
Biden border.
Yeah, the Biden border. We're going to fix the Biden border. Didn't he actually add to the wall? Democrats decided, Trump said he was going to build a wall. He didn't even finish it.
They were running on it. Kamala was running on building the wall, which is...
That's insane. Literally,
I forgot that was a Kamala policy that she announced at the DNC. First it was a medieval. No wonder she fucking lost. Sorry, liberals. No wonder she lost. She went from calling it a medieval wall to saying she was gonna build it. Where in the Democratic backbone?
Yeah, I hold no ill will toward people who didn't vote for her. I was very strong on that when I was when she was running, but it's literally not their fault at all. It's, and even if they had all voted for her, it wouldn't have made up the difference. It sucked. She just sucked, and that's on her. So anyway,
one of my chatters goes, thinking about Kamala is triggering my PTSD. Sorry.
Oh no.
I didn't need to do that.
Not the coconuts.
Oh
all right.
No!
Yeah, not the coconuts. All right. Ready to see this shit show?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Illegal immigrants.
Oh.
I will get to
Yeah.
illegal.
You don't care about those people.
I will get to the
you cared about children.
But you don't want to talk about this, and I don't blame you because it's embarrassing.
No. But let me do a quick time out.
Every one of those Social Security numbers.
Do a quick time out here. Sam, let me just do a quick time out. You said you don't want to talk about this. You just spun away from a question I asked you, and you brought this up. You haven't even addressed the question I asked you.
Let me
Wait
finish.
a minute.
We'll get to the
point that I
illegal
asked. Let's go back to what I asked you. I asked you a question that the money that's going in, Americans prove that they don't trust the government getting the money than free market, free enterprise.
I don't think that's the case.
You never addressed that.
I don't think.
Okay, but even if that is true, that's like manufactured consent.
Yeah.
We've addressed that. It doesn't matter what. Most Americans also don't want trans women in sports. I don't care. Trans women should be allowed in women's sports.
I don't think that they care. I don't think most people they think they. At most, people, the average American, just thinks trans people are a little weird and unusual, but they're not they're not gonna vote. They're not gonna vote for.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too long on this point. Because the only point I was making is when they're polled directly on it, like 70 to 80% of Americans don't want trans women in women's sports, whatever. But like it's a manufactured outcry, like outrage, like that's all it is. The average person only cares about it insofar as somebody talks about it, and nobody needs to be nobody was talking about it like 10 years ago. Nobody gave a shit, you know, like it's not meaningfully crucial to these people's lives. And also, like I was saying, my main point was I still think they should be allowed in sports. If it's women's sports, then trans women are women and they can compete. And I don't really care if 70 to 80% of people agree with me. Like, they're wrong. So it's just a stupid point.
I have to address this.
Sure.
No, Omega, most Americans are dumb. Americans have a super specific type of, like, attitudes. Americans are dumb. Americans themselves are dumber than, like, your average human being. That's just the way it is. I don't know why you had to correct alt fact. Most Americans are dumb. They will look at a guy who's taking away their like income, taking away their treats, which Americans love. They love their jalapeno poppers, they love their $200 TVs. And then they're like, "Yes, sir. I want less. Yes, you're going to fix it. You're going to fix it. Yes. Yes, I love this. I have nothing.
I want more nothing." Okay. As long as the other people have less or more nothing than I have, my nothing is fine.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No, that's true. I think there is something unique to America that makes us like fun.
No, it is. There really is.
Yeah.
As someone who's traveled the world,
Yeah.
America has like it's almost like a unique narcissism too, where it's like there's like individualism is so superior in America that I don't see anywhere else. Like you guys are really like fuck y'all in a very and it makes you guys stupider.
Yeah,
it is. It does
it's
come
bad.
from being selfish and entitled. Yes.
It's bad. We've definitely let the individualism mentality like rot our brains. It's really gross. All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
If that's the case, people love Social Security. People love
wasted
Medicare.
expenditure. What we learned with Doge.
Hold
the
on,
American
no.
people said, Sam, enough of you taking our
Doge.
tax
Excuse
money
me.
and see what you're doing with it.
Elon Musk made that Wisconsin election of a referendum on Doge. To the extent that we've seen anybody vote on Doge, nobody heard the word Doge before November of last year. To the extent that
That's not true, bro. I invested in Dogecoin before the rug got pulled out from under me, but like, you know, like I almost was rich, I guess. Like I know what Doge is. I was on r/Elon, so I know. Just saying.
You know what I'm thinking about right now?
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk sitting on stage saying, "I am become meme." Can't believe
It's so obvious that like
I am
he doesn't
become meme.
he doesn't
I'm not gonna
mean-
play Balatro. Stop asking me, Alex. I'm not gonna play your fucking.
It's kind of a slop game. I love it, but it's kind of a slop game.
Get
it's
dunked on, idiot.
It's painfully obvious that Elon like doesn't meaningfully touch grass. Like he does, but only like optically.
I have thought about it. If I had Elon Musk's wealth, I'm gonna explain to you the things I would do if I had his money. Number one, I would buy and build a $10,000 to $12,000 to $15,000 computer. Number one, okay? Then I would buy every single video game I could ever dream of wanting. Number two, and then on the days I'm like, I want to go and do stuff, I would pack my bags, jump on my private jet, and go to Hungary, or go to Spain, or go to Portugal and walk the streets and visit every museum. Because what do I give a shit? I got all the money. I got fuck you money, and I can just go visit every museum in the world if I wanted to. If I want to take a year, and just go visit every museum in the world within that year, I could do that. After buying every video game I wanted.
Yeah, like even in a selfish way.
I find
he's just-
revolutionary. You're better than wow, Vow Talks. Congratulations. You're better than me.
Right. I was just gonna say, like, even like everything you're saying is selfish, but it's still like it's selfishness in like a way that is like it's not bad selfishness. It's just being normal. Like you're like that's
I want to go enjoy my life.
Right,
I don't
exactly.
think there's anything like anti-leftist about wanting to just live a life and fuck
exactly
off.
right. No,
You know, like you can do whatever you want in this fantasy that you've created with Elon Musk's money. In my fantasy, I am taking hikes in national parks. To be
Yeah.
fair, I still do all of those things. Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. We're only a minute in.
We've seen a referendum on Doge. It just happened in Wisconsin. It happened in Florida, where the size of the win by those Republican congressmen was cut by 17, 20 points. I mean, this is a wipeout. And every Republican, you're going to see a difference in Republican lawmakers over the next year and a half, because anybody who was in a plus Trump 8 district or less is now starting to go like, wait a second. That's why Musk is being shown the door, supposedly. So getting back to my point about those Social Security numbers, they were given all to legal non-citizens. And every one of those cards, you can't vote, because I think you definitely said, and I think maybe you said, that this is a Democratic strategy to get voters. Hold on for a second. The Social Security card that they get literally says not legitimate for voting purposes. It is so that these non-citizens who are legal, just like when you came in, pay into the Social Security system and get, many of them never get that money back.
He's literally just correct. Why are they like posting it like this? Like he's literally just right. Like
I
it's
think
crazy.
this is what I mean. This is what people mean when they say like lying is OP. You can just say Sam Seder can be explaining Social Security to you, and all you have to be is all you have to say is no. That's it. You've won
Literally
the argument.
Somebody on Twitter, I think, I haven't watched the whole podcast, but the way that they described it was, it basically goes like this. What's his face? PBD makes a claim. And Sam Seder says, no, that's not true. Here's what it actually is. Let's Google it. And then they Google it. And they're like, oh, I guess that's correct, right? And then the next time it happens, Sam Seder corrects him again, says, that's not true. Let's Google it. And then they say, we're not going to Google that. You're just, you're flailing. Like, you're just wrong. You're wrong on this. You're just wrong. Like, it's bad faith all throughout. Like, they're just lying.
I know.
They're just making shit up.
I mean, their whole spiel is being. Don't they try to say that they're apolitical too, chat? From my memory, Patrick Davis is apolitical.
Absolutely. Just like Metatron, just like Asmongold, none of them want to just own.
Yes.
I'm political. I am political. Look at me. Like, just own it.
Actually, Alec,
Mm-hmm.
to be fair, you're not wearing a a MAGA hat. So I don't think you're apolitical.
true.
You have to be wearing the MAGA hat to be apolitical.
True. I've been thinking about just ditching that. Like, I thought it was a funny bit for a while, but now it's like serious. Like, it's just too serious that like I don't even want to put the hat on. It feels gross. I do have like a red hat that says "Make Woody Wet Again," so that's fun. But
Who's Woody?
It's just a gag, I think. Like Woody being your dick. So
Ew.
I think that's the
wear
joke.
That. Ew.
Either that, or I'm just gross, and it means something else completely. I don't know. If anybody knows what that's referenced, I just found it in a store in California and thought it was funny and bought it. So anyway, let's keep going.
So in addition to the undocumented immigrants who pay in $22 billion a year into Social Security and get zero back, these people pay several $billion in a year, and only if they become citizens, which most of them won't. Most of them will go back home.
Yep.
over a period of time, they're here for temporary protected status. Maybe some of them are refugees and they get permanent citizenship. They won't get that money either. So every single thing of that video, this video here, was completely wrong that you guys did. It was fascinating to me because I feel like you, at the very least, I believe that you care about the information you're putting out. And this was all wrong. And
so they're up there. So Sam, this is all a lie. These guys were up there just
Yes!
completely bullshitting with all the numbers. Where he's saying that people in the government, people in the government are blowing the.
Oh, so you're saying it's just wrong? Yeah, I am actually. It's like just because you say things that are very special to you doesn't make them accurate. Like it doesn't mean it's correct. That's another thing.
Fucking narcissistic.
Yeah, that's another thing I've come across. Like, I think I mentioned that, like, I've been doing these fucking TikTok debates because I hate myself. And, like, you go on with some of these conservatives and you point out, you prove to them, like, listen, you're wrong. This is a lie. And guess what their response is? They're like, well, yeah, that's like your opinion. I have my opinion and we can agree to disagree.
Yeah,
and I say, no!
This is what I mean when Americans are stupid, because most of the world doesn't function like that. Maybe in the UK they behave like that because it's very American.
They're like proto-America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
they birthed us, so.
Americans have been taught that they're very special little boys and girls, that so much so that if they think of something, it's true. You are not special little boys and girls, and you don't get to think of things and then like in their mind, they create a dynamic or narrative or anything, and then they're like, yes, I've invented it. I've made this up in my head. It must be true. No, you're not special little boys and girls. You're all losers. We are in a post-truth society where it doesn't matter. You can make something up in your head, and then that's true.
And it's sad too, because like that's creative energy that's just going down the drain. Like if you could just acknowledge, like, listen, if you could put that energy toward like writing a fucking book, you know, like you would craft a universe.
Thinking too, literally just write create a fantasy world. If this is how creative you are, I agree with you. They should write fiction. You have something special in your brain, you should put onto paper.
Full points for creativity, just the intelligence is not there. So, you know, it's really sad. That's all I can say about it. But yeah, let's keep going.
The whistles, he didn't want to say their names. He was giving them praise. And for Sam, for you to say that you care about the kids and the labor and all that stuff. We've had an open border for 4 years, and all the illegals, way more than 10 million, have come into this country. California, is that where you live?
No.
Where do you live?
He really is just people talking.
Great. Even better. California. So the amount of money that we spent on illegals with housing and all that shit, and Gavin Newsom passing a law that you don't even need an ID to vote. You're saying that we're coming up with where these people aren't coming in for the vote? That's the main goal of this whole thing. What was the open border for? Why was the border...
Americans have never, like, needing an ID to vote is not a thing. It wasn't a thing until they made it a thing. Like, there are processes... Like, I think that a voter ID would be fine. It just needs to be free and accessible to everybody. It needs to be free and easy to get.
So funny.
What?
We don't even use IDs. We get sent like a paper or at least on Ontario. We get sent like a paper that says you can vote here, and we just have to show the paper.
Yeah,
we don't have to. I don't have to whip out my fucking ID, and it should work like that. I don't need to be like, I'm this person.
Yeah,
they cross it off on a piece of paper.
They have a record of people who are here legally. Like,
yes,
they know you already. They're like, okay, you're here. Here's your registration to vote. Turn it in. You know, like they already know you're in the class. All you're doing is putting your name on the paper. You know.
Yeah.
Like it's attendance. So anyway,
they do not understand how voter registration works. No, it's not like a fast food drive-through. Agreed.
Yeah, exactly.
Open for 4 years. Answer me that question.
First of all, the border was not open.
Give me are you kidding me? Look at the. What do you mean the border wasn't open? Hold on.
He's so emotional too. That's crazy.
You know, this guy debated Hassan too.
Really? When was that?
It was on Pierce Morgan like a year ago.
Oh, I might have seen that. Because I remember watching us on.
Yeah.
I think he did pretty good. He doesn't give himself enough credit when it comes to debates. I do think he does a good job. He should do more stuff like that.
Did you smoke
you know
before
what I
you
love
came in
about
here?
this?
That's ridiculous.
By the way, Vinny, here's the part.
you're
He's so
full of it.
red.
Here's the part.
Get out of here.
Sam, here's the part when I hear this. Okay.
Anybody can look at that video. The things you were saying
Tell me the
yesterday
border-
Rob,
was
do me
a
a favor, Rob.
complete
Sam,
sack
type in-
of
Rob,
lies
type
or
in
just misinformation.
Let me be honest with you. The
them.
border.
Immigration
Drag
yes.
them.
Yeah.
He
over your
was.
What happened?
I'm talking to my audience. They said,
Oh,
was
gotcha.
he also a screaming drama freak then too? And I said, yes, he was.
Yep.
over your type
Sam,
in illegal
I believe
immigration. You're over
The
Europe.
fact that you're saying the border wasn't
do
wide
I
open.
turn
How
his
many
volume
deaths?
down a little
How
bit?
many deaths have happened? How many
Images,
fentanyl
yeah.
deaths have happened per year while your freaking president Joe Biden was in
Pause it.
office? How?
Pause it. Fentanyl gets smuggled in from American citizens themselves. Illegal immigrants are not smuggling in fentanyl en masse.
I don't know how it works. Like, I haven't looked into exactly how the fentanyl trade system and distribution system is set up.
That's how it works. I'm telling you that it is mostly smuggled in from either airports, not from borders, or ports, and American citizens. American citizens are the ones bringing it across the border, not a fucking migrant who's trying to protect her child.
Exactly. Like that's the thing, right? Even if what they're saying about the fentanyl coming from Mexico or South America or whatever were true, like that's not the mother with the baby. You know, like she's not trying to sneak fentanyl in. And the fact that you would assume that about her, you know, guilty before proven innocent, is the problem. You know, that's why we have innocent people being shipped to not Guantanamo Bay, but basically, right? What's the place called?
Oh yeah, the Venezuela prison labor camp,
Yeah.
prison.
Where's
which
it at
is
again?
crazy. It's in Venezuela, I think. I think it's in Venezuela.
Well, I know the migrants that are going there from Venezuela largely. I think it's somewhere else though. It's like I always forget the name of it.
El Salvador.
El Salvador. Thank you, El Salvador. That's where they're going, which is basically it is just a concentration camp at this point. It is. So they're just sending anybody that is brown with tattoos and is not here.
Have you seen what they consider to be a gang tattoo?
Yeah, they've gone as far as like an autistic symbol, like for autism awareness.
No, like they showed you they showed an example of what one of these guys had the was it the Nike Jordan tattoo on his skin.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. It's so stupid. It's like
okay. It is at the point where if you have a tattoo in America, you are a gang. You're part of a gang. This is literally where we're at. I'm not even joking.
No. If you have a tattoo and your melanin is too high.
No, I think for now, I think you're right, but I think eventually.
Oh yeah.
This is going to affect everyone.
Oh yeah. No, the citizen crackdowns are coming too. Like, if they don't give you due process, all they have to do is call you a terrorist and ship you out. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a citizen or not. They can literally just call you an illegal migrant, even if you're a citizen.
Yes.
They can't, they don't have to prove anything. It's scary.
It is terrifying. That's why I'm not going to America for the next 10 years. I am staying the fuck away from you guys. And it sucks because I have family. I have a 9-year-old uncle who lives in California, and I probably will not be able to attend his funeral.
That sucks. I'm sorry. Okay. Like it's so shitty. Like people don't understand just like the little things. Like I consider that a little thing, but like when I say little thing, I mean like things you don't think about, right? Like
of course, like
the way that this affects people's lives cumulatively. Like
yeah, and there was a Canadian actor who was detained for like 14 hours or something, or 2 days or something. I can't remember the exact numbers. But they detained her. They just detained this, and she was a white woman. And I'm like, after that, I'm like, okay, I am not going. And I worry. And I worry for other reasons, which I'll message you about. I don't want to talk about it on here, but
Yeah. No, that's completely valid. It's scary. Like, no, you're right. Like, if you're not from America, no matter what color you are, you should not come here. It is dangerous. Like, legitimately dangerous. You will be kidnapped and thrown in a box. Like, that's how bad it is.
Yeah.
How many? Hold on. How many Americans died just from fentanyl? And you're saying the border wasn't wide open? We've had the most illegal entry in 4 years in the history of the country.
Dude, such a piss baby.
And this is why. Let me finish. And this is why your party sucks. This is why your party is at 29% approval.
20%.
Because you got 20. Thank you. Because all you guys do is talk shit and just go anti-Trump. You have no policies. You guys have no vision. You have no leaders. You're talking about oligarchs and you hate the oligarchs. Where do you think Bernie Sanders and AOC are going to get their money from? Their donors. Are you like? Don't lie to yourself. For you to look and like, brother, you're talking about yesterday we lied.
AOC and Bernie Sanders don't take
Hold on,
money
ready
from
for this?
those people.
You're saying that we lied 2 days ago. You just lied.
I love his demeanor. It's a perfect counter.
Yeah.
It's a perfect counter.
This guy's screaming. He's hysterical.
Well, and it's babbling. Like, I've gotten this heated. You know, like, I'm not knocking him specifically for that. It's that on top of the fact that he is babbling nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, it's just nothing.
And you're gonna look like a fool that the border wasn't wide open. Look at this chart. What does that chart say to you? So what is that? What did Trump, when Trump was in, he was trying to close it, but your party was fighting it. It's unbelievable how many illegals have come in the past 100 days.
But this is the part to just be very, just show the data. Illegal immigration, this is Wall Street Journal, is a bigger problem than ever.
Oh, no, that's
These
fake
five
news.
charts explain why. Go a little bit lower. That's under Biden.
Trump got shot trying to show these charts, literally.
This is October of 2020.
Oh, man, they're still ate up about that. Like, that was one of yours, man.
It was one of theirs.
The call's coming from inside the house, brother. Like, what the fuck are you on about? That wasn't us. Like, just saying.
Go to the next one.
And I'd own it if it was, too. You know I would. Like, I can't speak much more legally on here, but you guys know my feelings.
Yeah, by a former Republican.
Exactly.
Was registered Republican.
Here's another
Hold
one
on,
for
wait,
you.
can I address what his
let me just show
rant
the data,
was?
and then I want you to say what you want to say. Go a little bit lower with the data,
his-
Ron. No, because he said it's inaccurate. This is another one here
Okay, well,
showing
go back
data.
up. Go.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Filibustering him. They're just talking and talking and talking.
Oh, yeah, no, they don't want to let him speak because, like, he's right. And they know he's right.
Go back up to the.
And then go to the
go
last
to the
one, Rob.
Go to the last one,
Rob.
Go to the top one here.
I mean, this is the
I'll
numbers
go through
you're
all of
talking
these
about.
charts.
So this is, you can
Start one by one. Go up.
explain every one of them. Go
Okay.
for it.
Here we go.
Yeah, you can see that
He's gonna get through one of them, and then, like, they're gonna stop.
Yeah.
They're gonna move on. I guarantee it.
What constitutes illegal immigration? These are, if it was an open border, you would not have these numbers. You would not have the numbers to
wasn't
know
open,
when Title 42 ends.
Yeah.
More people are coming to the border and they're being put into a system. Period.
That's the best part about it.
And that's the
Because
definition.
they were told to come. Sam, let me explain something. When your president said,
Yeah, I
come
knew
to
it.
the country.
I knew it.
No, I'm not yelling. You just give me facts.
Wait, dude, you are yelling. Like, acknowledge at least that you are yelling.
I hate to be that feminist liberal, but if this guy was a woman, he would have been like laughed. He would not be a fucking co-host on a. This is one of the most popular podcasts in the world. He would not be able to be. He would be called shrill.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be called hysterical. He'd have no career at all.
Yep. No, I agree. 100%. He's that's part of male privilege, right? Like, he can do this, and women simply cannot.
Yes.
It's good stuff.
Yes.
Because
You can't. Yeah, just see which one he is. I think he's seat 3 or which one is it, Rob?
Four.
Seat 3.
Seat 3.
Seat 3. Go ahead. Lower that
And
right
then,
there.
And then the mic.
Right there. There you
volume,
go. Is
just
that
lower.
good?
Is
I
that
agree.
Oh,
good?
seat 2. There you go.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Good.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So
you're still going to hear the truth, though. So go ahead.
No, I'm happy to.
Yeah.
Can't turn down the truth.
No, you can't.
Open border would mean that we have no records of people coming across the border. The law in this country has been that if you put your foot in this country, it's an international law, it's a U.S. law. If you put your foot in this country and you apply for asylum, you are due a process to do that. 98% of those people who are then what you guys would call catch and release come back for their hearings. We are woefully understaffed in terms of like immigration judges, and that process is definitely broken. I would love to see more money spent in the processing of these people so that we can establish which ones, like your family,
like my family as well, illegal immigrants.
No, but came in through a refugee status. They weren't citizens on day one. They came in, they went through a process, and it's possible at that time, I mean, I remember, I was old enough to remember the Iran hostage situation. I remember the fallout afterwards. There may have been some form of temporary protected status, whatever it was at the time, that allows people to come in. Then they're assessed and processed. It's determined that, yes, their claim for asylum is appropriate or not, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. That's what we're looking at there. As you scroll up on those other charts.
And through this method also, it's worth pointing out, would help us find the dangerous people. They do background checks. They say, what are you up to here? Like, they do an investigation, and they're saying, no. We can't, we can't do that. They're literally just denying, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They are making it less safe. It's insane.
You can see when Title 42 ends, which was only supposed to be an emergency situation that has to do with health, and you can't have it both ways. Either COVID ends or it doesn't end, the pandemic, and so people come in. There's no doubt. And
let me talk about something real quick. Let's talk about single adults, right? First of all, that doesn't mean anything, huh?
I mean, the fear mongering is by single adults they mean men.
Right.
Let's understand what is happening. And it's a bunch of dudes fear-mongering about another bunch of dudes. These men are not going to come in and hurt other women. That is what this chart means. It's so fucking pathetic.
Oh yeah, they're terrified. This is basic, this is toxic masculinity 101. This is they're coming for our women, they're coming for our daughters, whatever, it's weird shit.
That number on that chart that Musk had, under Biden, more people received temporary protected status. We had a problem in Haiti as the country has fallen apart. You had people from Ukraine coming in because of, obviously, the invasion. These are all under temporary protected status. They all got Social Security numbers so they could pay taxes into our government and not necessarily get the services back.
Yes, and vote for Democrats.
No, they can't vote.
Right.
Those Social Security cards literally say on the card, say you can't use this for voting.
AOC said we don't have an illegal immigration problem. We have a documentation problem. That's what AOC said. So this is not something new.
I mean, that's true though, right? People come.
True.
Yeah, people come here. And the system is too broken, so it's not like anybody wants to be here undocumented. They would much rather be documented. They'd rather be here legally.
Yes.
Of
course.
It's just hard. It's just difficult. It takes too long. They can't do it. They can't.
And you can't, to be an American citizen, you cannot leave for 5 to 10 years. You can't go anywhere, or you rescind your ability to be an American. What the fuck are we doing here?
That's like actual imprisonment almost.
It is 100%. You have family that dies in your home country. Well, too bad. If you really want to be an American citizen, you have to give up every single funeral at home. If you want to go visit another country, go fuck yourself. You are stuck here.
To put this another way, imagine your boss like just tells you like you don't get any days off even if your family dies. You know, like,
Yes.
or even if you're, you know, like there's an emergency somewhere, like you just don't
Yes.
get a day off, you know, like that's like a mini version of what's happening here.
And then Americans are like, why don't you just come in legally? And you like, then make it easier. Just give everyone a fucking citizenship at this point. I'm so sick of this.
I'm reaching that point. Yeah. Like at that point, it would be like less harmful than this.
Yes.
Objectively. For everybody.
Genuinely, Alec knows that I have a resentment towards like borders and how it's run globally now.
Yeah.
To you know, especially if you want to be a citizen in another country, it is impossible unless you have like $1 billion. I can't like or you're an accessible country like I guess Portugal. You can be a citizen in Portugal. But for the rest of the world, especially America, you can't be a citizen.
Yeah. It's tragic. I mean, and they're just spewing bullshit that makes everybody's lives worse. I mean, let me touch on this. Like the undocumented population here contributes to the economy far more than it takes away. Like it's manpower,
100%.
it's agricultural work, it's taxes that they pay taxes and they get nothing back. You know?
Yes.
And people and so and then these people lie about how like undocumented migrants or immigrants have Social Security. And it's like, motherfucker, they're not documented. How the fuck is government getting Social Security to people that they don't have no documentation on? Like, do you have 2 brain cells left, man? Like, this is insane. Like, it really is just rot. It's rot, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like we're just approaching a point where there's no coming back from it. And we'll just have to reset. It's crazy.
You know how when you talk,
your guys are collapsing at an unprecedented rate, so reset is inevitable.
The great reset, right?
Yeah.
about who's better at gerrymandering. Who's better at gerrymandering, the left or the right?
Republicans seem to be better at that.
The Republicans are
I know,
much better
I agree.
at that.
Guess what? So it's not like they can fight it and say, no, we're not. That's their reputation. They have it. They're better at gerrymandering. Strategically, they're better at doing that.
Yeah.
But for you to sit here...
I don't have a problem
May I make
like
my
you do
point?
with
Let me make my
immigrants,
point.
Yeah.
When you sit here and you watch yourself, when you're saying these policies and you spew out these policies, what the average person does, they'll watch it, and if they've already outgrown it, because today the problem with, folks, content creators have today is the following.
By the way, I was right. They've literally moved on from the chart.
Yeah.
Say we say something on a video and we're wrong. You know what others will do? They'll react to it and they'll say stuff to it. And if we're right, they'll keep coming to us to want to hear more of it.
No. If you tell them what you want them to hear, they'll keep coming. Like, or if there's a myriad of reasons, but generally that's how that works with you people. Like, it's not that you're right, it's that you're saying the things that they like.
Yeah.
Like, even I could do that,
Yep.
And I understand, by the way, that people don't come back to me strictly because I'm right. It's because I'm entertaining and I say things they like.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works.
Because they'll say, at least you sound reasonable. And they'll say, I want to hear what John has to say. I want to hear what Joe has to say. I want to hear what Megan has to say. I want to hear what, whoever these people are that are giving ideas out there want to say, right? But when you keep saying stuff that others are able to tear apart so many times, that a former liberal watches that maybe was a viewer of you and says, how can Sam not see this and outgrow it? He is still stuck on this policy that's been proven.
What are you outgrowing? The truth? What the fuck are you talking about? Outgrowing the truth?
Literally just like talking.
I am convinced. Because I find myself tuning out. I think people who listen to this shit are just they're not fully comprehending what he's saying. Oh my God. That is what these podcasts, Joe Rogan, Papa Davis, all rely on the person listening to half tune out.
What this is he is taking broad ideas that people might, without thinking for more than 2 seconds, might just take at face value. He's taking these ideas and he's chewing them up, and then basically feeding his audience like fucking baby birds, and saying, "Here you go, here's your slop. Here you go. Like, don't think about it. Just eat it up, gobble it up. Good stuff, right? Yum yum yum."
Yeah.
Like, don't pay no mind to the issues going on behind the curtain there. Like, there's no.
Oh my god.
What's up?
Oh, I literally felt nothing.
Okay.
My sneeze was intense.
Oh, okay. That's funny. Anyway, let's keep going.
Don't want to pay more taxes to a government that wastes their taxes. How does he not see that? How does he keep pushing this agenda back and forth? Then you lose an audience, and the people you keep is the following. Here's who you end up keeping. You end up keeping...
You're giving advice to Sam Seder on how to keep his audience. Got it.
An audience that makes you think you're right, but that's not always the case. You keep an audience that, of course, hates rich people.
We are not talking about the subject!
It's NPC
We're talking about
behavior.
how he literally just somehow is inventing that Sam Seder's not keeping his audience. How? What? What
it's
the
NPC
fuck?
behavior.
I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm so mad. I'm
Here,
so mad.
You know what? Sam Seder. Let me look at something real quick. Majority report subscribers over time. YouTube statistics.
He's probably gone up.
We'll do, we'll be fair. We'll do like, I can't do last 60 days. I can only go back 14 days without subscribing. But let's just take a look at the last 14 days and just see, you know? I mean, that's a fucking century now.
This isn't even, like, why are you explaining how to, like, this is a nothing argument. What do you know about Sam Seder's audience capture? What the fuck is going on?
Let's take a look. We got, views. Looks pretty green to me.
Gone up, okay.
Videos. Well, videos is one thing. Subscribers, daily average plus 2.3K, weekly average plus 20K, last 30 days plus 70K, last 14 days plus 20. I mean, it looks like they're doing pretty good. In fact, I would almost say that this is the opposite of what this guy is trying to say.
Yeah, he just made up that Sam Seder can't capture. He's just rambling.
This is what we were talking about earlier. This is what we're talking about. This is his world building process. Okay, this is the creative process at work, right? Like, we are now constructing a fictional universe in which he is correct. It's crazy.
Wait, why is Fuman? Why are you not modded? What did I do? Why are you not? Did I get mad at you?
Oop.
Hold on.
Couldn't have been that
I get
mad.
mad and then I forgore.
Sometimes I'm
how do I
mad,
mod
but then
you?
I forgore.
I genuinely do.
That's funny.
I haven't been here for a bit. No, oh wait, I think I explained it to you. I unmodded everyone.
Right. I remember that.
How do I mod you? I'm so serious. There it is. Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Let's
I
finish
blame
this up.
Alex too.
And
oh yeah, good point.
They're probably not making a lot of money, and they come to Sam to save them. Hey, let's trash and bash rich people because this is what we got to do. Yes, Sam, let's go after the rich. We want a million.
Trashing rich people. This conversation was about how immigrants aren't coming in like illegally. What? I want you guys to understand, both my audience and Alex's audience, that this conversation was looking at graphs about how many illegal quote unquote immigrants are coming in, and now you're talking about trashing and bashing rich people.
It's funny because I knew I'd be correct that they would just move on from the graphs and pretend that they did not just talk about it. I didn't know how correct I would be because we're not even on the topic anymore. Like that's actually insane.
No, I know. It's crazy.
Million people to support the future looks bright gear. We are getting very close to it. We got something unique that came in. Just so you guys know,
into the ad
only, and I mean I only wear the Valuetainment wallet. This is all I have. I think the Adam's the same as well. But we got these new wallets, okay,
Oh
that
my
are
God.
RFID
Oh my God.
protected wallets to have with different future looks bright.
It's
so
like
ugly.
it's like perfectly formulated slop. It's like no,
No,
here's
it is.
right, like here's the flavor and now here comes the substance, which is the ad reads. Like this is what it's all about. You know, like they're selling you shit. It's crazy. Okay, so what's nuts to me is like they always try to say that like we're the propagandizers, like we're the people who are like trying to sell you bullshit. Anyway, here's like our new wallets that we just got. Buy. Like Sam Seder doesn't
Girl,
do that.
The tariffs.
It's insane.
Yeah. I wonder how much. I wonder if they're gonna think about the like. They have to be considering selling these wallets with the tariffs in mind now. This is so funny.
Like what do you mean by that?
Well, depends on where they get their
Oh,
leather. And
right.
then the
Right.
sewing of the leather, it might not be in the same country. And
Yeah,
then
like their business on the wallets is gonna tank.
that's what I'm saying. Like I wonder if like they're saying it's a price now, but it's probably they're probably it's not an American made wallet, let's be honest.
Well, you know, Trump is gonna pussy out of the tariffs, so maybe not.
Yeah, I know
honestly,
exactly, Fuman. Which drop shippers are gonna suffer in this tariff thing.
Part of me wishes at this point he'd just keep them. I almost wish he'd
I
just hold the
know.
line on it and just because we deserve it.
At this point, it was either the a recession has been inevitable since 2008. Another recession, and I think this is relief. I think because at least it's here. The recession that people have been waiting for, it's here, and they're not like, you know they're doing cheap as almost guaranteed. Yes, exactly. That's how I feel though.
No, I agree. I think that we need to just be shocked awake. It's sad, but it's true.
Signs on it, Rob. If you can go through, we got the red one, we got the black one.
I'm not interested
brown,
in your wallets.
Leather. Again, you go sport the gun in no time.
$12.99.
That's the end.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch.
Wait,
They didn't even let Sam respond to that. That's crazy.
They did not. They did not. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
We can watch one more because I have to,
One more?
One more, yeah.
Okay, what do you want to watch? Do you want? Oh, do you want to watch the
multiple clips from the same? I thought we were gonna watch multiple clips from Sam Seder.
We can watch another one if you want. We can watch his Tax Evaders one.
Sure, whatever one you want to watch.
Yeah, sure. Let's go into it.
Can you tell me why, out of all the 50 states in America in 2024 that voted for president, why did 50 for 50 state become more Republican? Can you tell me why, out of 50 states that voted for president in 2024, can you tell me why the two states that lost the most people, the only two states in America that lost $1 trillion of money under management, that left their states to another state like Nevada, Texas, and Florida, can you tell me why those two states, imagine New York and California, during COVID, lost $1 trillion of wealth that left to other states? And even after all those people that left, the two states that became more Republican than they were before in 2020 were New York and Texas. Can you tell me why people come to Texas? Why do people go to Nevada? Why do people go to Florida? Why do you think it is? Is it because maybe they don't have state taxes? Why do you think Arthur Laffer's in Tennessee? Why do you think Musk is in Texas? Why do you think Rogan went to Texas? Why do you think California is losing so many jobs?
I think
it's because of high
people
taxes?
who like to evade tax.
I don't know much about what he's talking about, but needless to say, he's most definitely lying.
No, they did.
Or misrepresenting
They did
the data.
So, I mean, you can evade taxes by moving your company to Texas because if you want to be a cheap little,
I meant
billionaires.
I meant in terms of like the states becoming more Republican. Like I don't think.
Oh well, I mean, I think he's looking at. It seems like he's looking at voting data, which if more Republicans come out to vote, that doesn't mean there's more Republicans in the state.
Exactly. It just means that the Democrats didn't do their job and fucking mobilize people to vote for them.
Turnout,
So,
yeah.
That's all I was saying. I know the thing about like businesses moving to Texas to avoid taxes. I get that.
Okay.
taxes, sure.
It's evade taxes. So you see, but no. But guys, let me, Sam, respectfully, I just figured out who you are. I'm telling you, I just figured out who you are. Deep down inside of you, you have, you are driven by so much power, control.
What? Let him finish. Let him finish.
A deep-rooted feeling matching the qualities of a communist that wants to tell you what to do, and you think you know what's best for others, and if it isn't your way, everybody else is wrong. And by the way, an extremely unattractive quality.
At this point, if I were Sam, this is probably why I'm not Sam. I would just fucking take the piss and be like, yeah, you know what, you're right.
No.
You got me.
No.
I just like I'd give up. I'd be like, you know what? I'm the Joker, baby. That's true. You're pretty right, man.
No.
I know that's not the best tactic, but like at this, like, I just, what can you say to that?
I would respond with, well, they admit themselves that they're evading taxes, that they're moving. They admit. You gotta reiterate the truth. That's how I would do it. Like autistically reiterate the truth. Look them dead in the eye and repeat the same thing verbatim and just say, well, you know, they admit to evading taxes. They admit to going to Texas to pay less taxes. So what else do you call that? Or to pay no taxes. Which is just at least contribute to the society in which you participate in.
It's just so funny. Like, yeah, Sam Seder is on a fucking power trip. Yeah, okay, man. Pretty true.
Yeah. Communist power.
Advocating for higher taxes on super wealthy people.
No, you're not, because what you just said,
2.5 million.
He's literally doing that. You can say there's more to it, but he's literally doing that.
You just said, let me just make the point here. You just said, people who left California and New York, your first response was, they're evading, as if they have to pay you.
No, companies.
That's not how this works.
No, he was talking about companies.
They should pay taxes.
Yeah, the people moving from New York to Texas typically are like wealthy people trying to pay fewer taxes. That is the fact of the matter. If you feel personally offended by that, well, if the boot fits, man.
Oh my God.
So they're evading taxes. These guys are tax evaders. They left. No, it's called, if a company offers better benefits. Are you on Rumble?
I think we stream on Rumble.
Where do you put your video clips the most? YouTube?
YouTube.
Why YouTube?
That's just what the technology was when we started.
Why don't you do it on Vimeo?
We do run it through Vimeo.
Why don't you do all your stuff through Vimeo? Why do you do it on YouTube?
Could you hire most people are?
Yeah.
And that's where they pay the best.
Well, that's I mean, that's where we have the most audience. But if we had a bigger
you're evading.
audience
You're evading the revenue going to another company. You're such an evader of.
We're on all the.
What?
What?
What is this argument? It doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Dude, I'm not even an economics guy. I say all the time that like my economics knowledge is dog shit, and even I'm baffled at this level of stupidity. Like, it's insane. This is like bottom of the barrel, like how do you even describe this? I can't even come up with a fucking metaphor. It's so bad.
I feel like to come back to this, you have to explain what taxes do. Like
exactly. It's like
taxes contribute to society. They build roads, they build our power lines, they help maintain our electricity. And I think it's fine to want to have businesses contribute to these benefits we have as a culture, as a society, as a civilization, and to want to not and to get the benefits of these things, but not participate in, by also putting into a pool. It's a financial pool we all put into, so we can get roads and highways and electricity and sidewalks. And then you look at that and you're like, yeah, based. Fucking Asmongold ass takes.
So I'm a little confused. So who's he saying is doing the evading? Sam? Like, is he evading lower pay from companies that pay money for your content?
Which I don't know if it's YouTube or Twitch that pays well, especially with this amount of viewers.
I think at lower numbers it's Twitch, at higher numbers it's YouTube.
Okay, that's fair.
I think that's how it works. But yeah, I really don't follow how he's tying these two things together. This is insane.
He's just
Sponsorship
speaking, I think.
Yeah.
Money going to another company that keeps more money of it. You're such an evader. Why are you evading all this sponsorship money? You're such a sponsorship money evader. Sam Seder's a sponsorship money evader, everybody. Come on, man.
I'm a sponsorship evader.
Yeah.
What is it?
What did you call it? No, you
He's
call
so
people
amused.
tax evaders. See, that's the
I think
part.
there's a lot of people who leave high tax states for low tax states.
Is that evading or is that just common sense?
You
and
just
think?
call them tax
Okay,
evaders.
I mean, if you want to,
I think there's a lot of
if they're
people that do
going
that.
for tax.
Yeah, you can use whatever semantics, but like
Can I
the
say
bottom
that
line.
this is such bullshit? I'm sorry, I have to say this. How is it 4-on-1? What the fuck is going on? You need 4 people to like, debate a communist? Pathetic. Weak. What
Oh,
is
yeah.
this? What is this weak bullshit? How do you need 4 people to debate what you think and say as a communist? You guys are weak as hell.
I thought about, right, like starting something like this where I just have like 3 or 4 people in the room and then we just like pull up like conservatives who want to talk to us and then just kind of bully them, you know, like just like make fun of them. But that would be less us
I'm
arguing
here
with him and more just us making fun of him.
Yes. I'm
Like
still
a little
for
pet
this.
conservative, you know, like a little.
Yes, you should do this, and I want to participate. I want to participate very bad.
I thought about it. I get a
You
lot of
should do
ideas
it.
and then I don't follow through with them. So we'll see what happens.
You should follow through with it. I
Okay.
need this so bad.
Okay, well we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
It would be fun.
Reasons, then they're
Sam,
trying to.
There's also a lot of
pay
people
less
that
tax.
go to lower cost
What is the
restaurants
word-
versus higher
what
cost
word would you
restaurants.
rather me
There's
use?
people that shop at
Better
H&M
opportunity.
versus shopping at Gucci.
Better opportunity.
It's called
That's not the same thing. Okay,
It's just
so it's not like Sam Seder is saying these companies are evil for trying to pay fewer taxes. What he's saying, he's just pointing out what is occurring here and the consequences thereof. That's all he's doing. Like, he's made no judgment as of yet. They just heard the word evade and they're like, oh my God, like it triggered them.
I actually
It's
don't
crazy.
know if I can sit through this 9-minute video. I actually
Okay. Oh, we can stop if you want.
I'll give it a little bit longer, but I'm like losing my mind.
I live for this. This is my shit.
saving
Tax
money.
situations.
If I have to
How
be
about
under
choose?
if I have to be under someone's watch, like a dictatorship quality like you that thinks you know what's best for others.
You think I'm a
and
dictator?
Financial dictator.
The way you
Financial
are,
dictator. I'll
give you
where
that.
you feel, your first answer was a tax evader. That's how you view them. You don't view them as a
That's what they-
asset to
Oh my
the
God.
state. You see them as criminals. You just called entrepreneurs that live in New York and California as criminals. Is tax evader a criminal? Rob, can you pull up what a tax evader is? Type in tax evader synonym. Tax evader synonym. What are some tax evader synonyms? Can you go to tax evader synonyms or
Tax
also tax
dodger,
dodger, tax fraud,
fraud, illegal.
tax avoidance?
Tax
You're
evader
calling-
synonym. Tax evader synonym. Tax evader synonym. Look up tax evader synonym. Why are you repeating yourself? I'm gonna, tax
Okay.
evader synonym.
Tax evasion is not the same as tax fraud. Like, I don't care what the dictionary says. Like, synonyms don't necessarily mean they mean exactly the same thing. Like, this is like, how do people watch this and think, oh yeah, no, this guy's smart. No, this guy knows what he's talking about. Like, it's crazy.
This is why Americans specifically are stupid. You don't
Yeah.
see this anywhere else. Look at the podcast. You had Fresh and Fit, literally like misogynist. You got fucking Andrew Tate, a rapist. People
Yep.
love him in America. You guys are crazy, and Americans now go no.
Yeah, but like, you know, like he says things that I like sometimes. They make me feel good. The things he says make me feel good. So I think that he's actually good. You know, we're just gonna pretend everything else doesn't exist. Fantasyland, it's great.
These people criminals.
A person who tries to avoid paying taxes, often through illegal means,
calling
but
somebody
it's-
who leaves.
So me, I left.
paying taxes,
So I left
criminal.
California because
I'm sorry. I should have said tax avoiders.
Right. Okay. So tax evaders. Right.
Avoiders.
This sounds like language policing to me, personally.
It is. It's
it's called
It's literally liberal shit.
Literally liberal shit.
Are we good with tax avoiders?
It's called better opportunities.
Am I a better person if I say
Sam,
tax?
you're also a tax avoider.
Better opportunities.
Because
Oh,
if you have
he's
an
so
S corp, you
smug,
have what
too.
is
I
called
love
as
it.
write-offs.
Oh, that's such an
And so you don't have, so like,
Huh?
Coping. I said he's coping.
Yeah.
like
Write
when you
anything
do
off?
when you do write-offs.
Do I do business
I already know the
expenses?
answer. Of course you
You
do.
write off?
such an
So
evader,
you write it
dude.
off.
You're
Why
such
you
a tax
avoiding
evader.
taxes?
Oh my
bro?
God.
Why would you,
You
do
gotta
such a
pay
thing,
the-
Sam? You're a tax evader.
Tax. It's
Call the
okay.
cops.
Shame
an
on this
S-corp
guy
just
for
to do
It's
that.
okay.
writing off taxes.
All four of them. Oh my god.
It's nuts. It's like, oh
What the
my
fuck?
God. He's like
He's
handling them by the fucking balls right now. Like he's so not bothered. It's
no,
crazy.
he's just letting them scream.
Yeah. Like it's nuts.
Here's something.
Call the feds.
Here's something that
Take
I
a
You
little
probably
sip.
have an accountant helping you.
He does.
Hold on. I need to point out a small but important thing that happened right here.
Here's
So-
something.
Call the feds.
Here's something.
So
Yeah.
hold on.
Evader.
Why would you
You
do
gotta
such a
pay the-
thing, Sam? You're a tax evader.
Tax. It's
Call
okay.
the cops.
Shame on this guy
just
for
to do
It's
that.
okay.
writing
Here's-
off taxes.
here's
on
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Call
Okay.
the
He
feds.
saw
Here's some-
he saw Sam pick up the bottle and take a little sippy sip.
Thing
Right?
that I
You probably have an
Oh,
accountant.
we're now engaging in copying the behavior of the alpha in the room.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Small detail, but important to pick up on
Yeah,
nonetheless.
that's
Okay, we have to know who's in charge here.
Helping you.
He does. Sam, here's something that I've learned. It's okay to say the following. You ready? Man, I might have been wrong on that one.
I
Man,
He just said, "Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! This is why
He adjusted
this is
for
my
you.
13th reason. This is my 13th reason.
They don't. It's so funny because they're not talking about the substance here. Okay, you don't want to call it tax evasion. We'll call it tax avoidance. Whatever. Can we talk about the root of the issue now?
Oh my god, dude.
They're not even going to get to Sam's main meat probably in this 9-minute video.
No.
They're not going to let him
This
go
is such
forward.
nonsense.
It's wild. You want to keep going?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I told you it's addictive,
Yes.
right?
Play.
in anything.
Play.
I should have said
I'm just
tax
saying, in
avoider.
anything, because where growth happens is when
Tax
you be like,
avoider.
yeah, when you grow. I remember the most amount of money I ever made was in 2016. I was like, oh my god,
This is like a
I'm a
therapy
millionaire now.
session.
It's a tax therapy session. I was like, oh my god, I'm paying all this taxes. I don't like this.
it's-
and
you
I
know what
created an S
fascinates
corp.
me about this is that, like, I'm talking about policies that impact the country. I'm talking about the implications of taxation on the top 0.5%, top 1% of this country.
Who pay
and it is
50%
boiled
of
down
taxes, Sam.
to you guys saying that I'm a
Can you do
bad
me a
person.
favor?
No,
I don't
no.
care.
Sam,
Don't
I
jump.
I
don't
actually
care.
think you're a
Yeah.
great person
I don't
with
care.
bad ideas.
I don't care about any of.
Okay, that's a pussy move. Like, no. Like, if you have bad
Finish.
ideas about, like, things that, like, no. Like, if what you want for the world results in the world getting worse, you're a bad person. I'm sorry. The math's that way. That's how it maths.
Yes.
Have a fucking spine, man.
Of you as individuals.
You same
I
boat
don't
as
care
us.
about me. Exactly.
Oh, you don't- I
I'm
don't
talking about
disrespect you, though.
policies. And when we get into policy, I notice how this all pivots. And I don't blame you because, frankly, if you tell the American public, and maybe not this audience, because this audience is built on your on your business, around your business doings and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if you tell the American public that they're getting fleeced and they are losing political power to money, they react like they did in Wisconsin. They basically reject it, and so that's
what
that is
happened. What happened in November
the message
5th,
I'm carrying.
What happened on November 5th?
Those
Okay, we're
people didn't
we're
come
not
out-
gonna address what happened in Wisconsin. We can't talk about that.
They came out
What
to
hap-
vote for Donald Trump because Donald Trump is a character that they like.
Why didn't they come out in 2020? Oh.
Why didn't they come out to because Donald Trump was very close to their experience, and I have a feeling in 2024 they'd also vote him out if he tries to run again.
Can you imagine?
I think
like you had 4 years of a guy. His name is Donald Trump. Then this motivational speaker named Joe Biden shows up. Okay, and he fills up the arenas, and he wins. Every time he spoke, 300,000 people would show up to just hear this man give a speech, like one of those.
No,
great
that's the thing.
orators.
Biden was a complete
Let me
just
make my point.
placeholder for
So,
not Donald Trump.
This guy gets up there, and he crushes Trump, and you guys are like, "Oh, he got so destroyed."
Wait. Is he gonna do the fake election results thing? Like, is that what he's trying to pull? Huh.
Crushes Trump. Look at the way Biden beat Trump. People don't want a person like Trump. And then America watched all the policies that you support. Biden comes president. He does what he does. 4 years later, his vice president, his VP, Kamala Harris,
Google
runs for
antitrust
office.
and see how popular it is.
He didn't address why Trump lost to Biden, though. Like, yeah, Biden sucked. Why did Trump lose to him? You know, like, in the first place. If Trump was so great the first time, then people should have been like, that's great. We want more of that. But no, they were like, give us literally anybody else. Oh, dying old man. There we go. Dying old man. Dying old man, better than Trump. Yeah, and you know what? I fucking agreed. That's why I voted for him. That's why most of America did, dipshit. And now, 4 years later, we've had 4 years of dying old man, which is enough time for dipshit Americans to forget, to forgore, like they always do. Okay? Every time there's a fucking Democrat in office, they forgore how bad it was under the previous administration. Because Americans have amnesia. Okay? A bad case of it. They're baby brain idiots. Anyway, 4 years go by.
Finally beat Medicare.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, you always talk about how fucking bad Biden is. Trump lost to him. So, what does that say about your guy? And that was after your guy was in.
Exactly.
VP runs for office, okay? Runs for office, loses every battleground state, 89 county, 50 for 50 states become more Republican. We want 1 million people to support the Future Looks Bright gear. We are getting very close to it. We got some.
Here's an idea why the
just an ad.
Repubs.
It's just a fucking ad now.
Yeah, no, he like has to like have the last word and then go into his ad read every time. Every time. Like, he thinks that he's like dropping the mic. This is a mic drop moment for him. And he's not even gonna like let Sam have a chance to like back up what he's saying. Dakota
Sure, he
Cross.
does. It's just edited. It's just edited to look like he doesn't in the clip.
Oh yeah, no, he will. Like, I know that like on the live that Sam was doing a great job, and he's doing a great job here. Don't get me wrong, but like the editing, it's purely editing that he's like getting the last word here, which makes him look good.
Yeah.
Because he's such a special boy who says the right things. Dakota Cross, here's an idea. Why did Repubs vote against Biden's border bill the one time they had a chance for a big, strong border? You can't bring that up to them because it breaks their brains. You know, like they can't.
It wasn't because it wasn't strong enough. I thought that was the comment. Like, Biden's border bill was not strong enough to Republicans.
It was bipartisan. Everybody wanted it except for Trump. Trump was the one guy. Like, the Republicans were like,
yeah, that's the one. And I don't know why he didn't vote for it.
Yeah, everybody wanted it except Trump. Trump was like, no, we can't do this. And he literally said, by the way, his literal, like, if I recall correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he literally said, like, you can't do this because we need to keep the border, quote unquote, bad, right? Which it is. It's not great. But, like, we need to keep it bad until I'm in office. Then I can fix it.
Yeah.
Like a big boy. And then the Republicans were like, yeah, you know what? Okay, that's fine. Like, you know, he's the big special birthday boy. We'll do what he wants. So that's how that happened. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to probably watch any more of this, but it seems like Sam Seder did a great job.
I'm so tapped out of this right now. I'm so mad.
Yeah. No, Sam Seder absolutely, I'm sure, did a great job. Like every single time he opened his mouth, not a breath was wasted on proving these guys wrong and reading them for filth, which is important because he's being ganged up on by 4 dipshits who won't shut the fuck up. He kept his composure, and he looked like the most reasonable, collected, and cool one in the room, in my opinion. So I think you'd have to be really stupid to think otherwise.
For sure. Yes.
Yep.
W. Sam Seder.
W. Sam Seder. How are we doing?
I need to end stream. So let's end the
All
thing.
All right. Everybody say goodbye to Tina. We had a great time.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you very much for coming on, and go follow her. Damn it, go follow her. Twitch.tv/Tina2. I'll link it in the all the chats real quick. But yeah,
bye, guys.
Thank you very much, Tina. Take care.
You too. How do I leave this thing? Oh, I'm in the call. There it is. Okay. Oh.
Got it. There we go. We got there. All right. Twitch.tv/Tina2. Can a mod make a command real quick for that? On the side chat, that'd be great. Okay, sorry. I was just making sure that Twitch was showing up on my feed. Okay, and then I need YouTube chat. Okay, go follow. All right. We already have one? Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Here's what we're going to do. I am going to go over this Netflix drama thing because that's in the title, and that is what was promised, and promises were made, and promises will be kept. So we will go over that. But first, I have to go pee. I have to go take my medicine, and I probably should get something to eat, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. But I'll make a decision during the break. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll try not to make it too long. Hang out for a minute until then. Enjoy the nice, soothing sounds of the Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack. And after we get done with this video, we'll jump into some live debates. I'm going to try to stream to YouTube Shorts this time instead of TikTok. I hate the language that TikTok enforces. I can't stand it. And we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, we're gonna run through this video lickety split because I would very much like to get to the debates. I've been debate brained lately. It's a sickness. Please don't do what I do. It's not good for your mental health. But you know, it's whatever. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Okay. Also, probably not the best idea on my part, but I had a little something to nibble on, okay? Before I came back, so we'll see how long it takes for that to take effect, and how well that affects my debate performance. Because I've reached. Listen, I used to think, oh well, you know, like if I were debating somebody, like for instance, like if I were to go up against Matt Walsh again, for instance, I would not want to be high while I do that, obviously. But like for the average dipshit, I just don't care that much. I don't care that much. I think I can still handle my own. So whatever. Anyway, let's do this. So, the following video we're about to watch was a content suggestion. If you would like to make a content suggestion, you can do so going to the Discord server. Dubsy usually leaves a QR code on the screen that you can scan, or you can find a link in the description below and leave your suggestions in the juice box. Like you make a thread on the juice box thing. It's not technically a channel, I guess, but anyway, leave a suggestion is my point in the Discord server. So, this one is, and the title of the person who posted it was Netflix drama Adolescents Decried as Propaganda Designed to Demonize Young White Men. This video, oh, that's what the name of the video is actually. Yeah, so I did a little bit of reading about this, just a little bit, just to get an idea. And apparently, people are trying to say that this story is based on a true story of a young black boy who committed a murder, I believe, right? So I read a little bit, and it's not based on a true story. It is, I believe, inspired by a true story. Like they took some inspiration from that incident and then made this story, right? And the main actor just happens to be a white boy, right? Like that was who they cast. It's not important. They could have just as easily put a black boy there and it would have been fine. I think that a lot of people would have then looked like the problem would be the racists if they did that, right? Like that would be the main problem, is that racists would be like, well, this is just, you know, just black people being violent again. Like that would be the problem. But I don't have a problem necessarily with them casting a black actor in that role. You know what I mean? On its face. But everybody takes issue with a white kid being cast in that role. For some reason. Basically what they're trying to say, from my understanding, is they're trying to demonize white people and say that white boys are murderers, bad people, et cetera, and like, I just don't buy into that. I think that this is just another like, oh, it's anti-white racism thing. Like you're not being attacked for the color of your skin if you're white. I'm sorry. It's not happening. That's made up bullshit. There's nobody after you. Like, unless there's like one guy, you know, like saying like in a DM one time, like white trash, you know, that's like as bad as it usually gets. Like nobody's being attacked because they're white. That doesn't happen. Okay. Anyway, Netflix makes Adolescents available in UK schools after show was accused of being ideological assault on Western identity and memory. Western identity, great buzzword there. If you hear that, you're probably in for some fascism, right? Let's take a look.
Netflix is...
Oh, sorry, real quick. KC123. Adolescents is some of the worst shit I've ever seen. It's a 4-hour movie split into 4 episodes. It could have easily been more, but for what it was, it should have been a 2 or 3 hour movie. And of course, like every popular movie and TV show ever, it only complains about a problem instead of offering a solution or trying to fix it, and all the problems that contributed to the main one are completely ignored. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. I'm not going to make any commentary on like how good the show is. I've never seen it. I don't know if I'm going to. From what I just read, it sounds like it kind of sucks, actually, so whatever. I'm more interested in what these dipshits are saying about it.
It's not going to beat the accusations that it's upcoming.
Oh, and sorry, I know I keep doing this. Last thing. The Trent Report is who we're covering. 11.3K subscribers.
Here
This
comes
video.
the communist.
Why is that still the alert?
Welcome, Jeffrey.
I
Bezos
changed
can
it.
eat a dick. Here
I
comes
changed the
communist.
alert.
Welcome. Let's hope that universal health
Like-
care covers indigestion once we eat the rich. Woo!
Thank you for the raid. I assume that was Tina, right? I didn't see it on the screen for some reason. I assume that was Tina. I'm going to have to I'm going to have to gut my OBS because literally how did that even happen? I went in and deleted the entire, whatever. It doesn't matter. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm going to fix that later. It's supposed to be a different sound clip, whatever. Anyway. What was I saying? So the Trent Report, right? Smaller than me. I don't typically like platforming channels that are super small like this. He's probably going to see this, right? I mean, let's be real. And I don't like giving them attention, but he is pulling in on some videos 10, 20,000 views. So it's not like he's doing that much worse than I am. So I feel like I'm punching to the side here. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's watch this.
Adolescent show is pure propaganda. The company has made the show available to schools in the United Kingdom for
Enough
free
to the side, I should say.
after it has been accused of being an ideological assault on Western identity and memory.
Anybody
Look us up
making
over at
anybody making that specific accusation, I immediately discredit them.
phantompulse.com. I encourage you.
You can just stop
become a
listening.
Paid subscriber. We have tons of articles over there every single day, usually putting up between 10 to 15 articles a day. And I'm only covering about 2 to 3 here on YouTube. So if you're not over there on Phantom Pulse, being a paid subscriber, you're missing a ton of articles covering all kinds of different topics surrounding pop culture.
Does he already have a sponsor?
War.
Wait, is he sponsored by Phantom Articles? I'm not going to make that claim. He might not be. But he would probably say if he was. I'll just forget it.
So Netflix's
That would
vice
be nuts,
president
though.
of UK content and Mensa announced that it was allowing the show to be put into schools for free in the United Kingdom. She said, adolescence has captured the national mood, sparking important conversations and helping articulate the pressures young people and parents face in today's society. We're incredibly proud of the impact the show has made and are delighted to be able to offer it to all schools across the UK through Into Film Plus, which is some kind of streaming service that broadcasts in UK schools or works with schools in the United Kingdom. As part of this, Healthy Relationships charity Tinder will create resources.
Listen, you have got to keep a reasonable distance from your mic at all times because it sounds like you're fading in and out. You got to fix that. Hello, Erica.
This is for teachers and parents to help them navigate the important topics the show explores. Keir Starmer, I think that's how you say his name. It's a weird name. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom added, it's an important initiative to encourage as many pupils as possible to watch the show. As I see from my own children openly talking about changes in how they communicate, the content they're seeing and exploring the conversations they're having with their peers is vital if we are to properly support them in navigating contemporary challenges and deal with malign influences. This isn't a challenge politicians can simply legislate for. Believe me, if I could pull a lever to solve it, I would. Only by listening and learning from the experiences of young people and charities can we tackle the issues this groundbreaking show raises. It's interesting because I think this guy just announced that they were banning ninja swords, thinking that that was somehow going to change the issues that they're having over there. It's likely that they will just find a different weapon to use. It's not going to solve the problem. Even if you remove everything, you're still going to have the violent crime that is running rampant through the United Kingdom. And from what I'm seeing, stems a lot from people who are migrants into the country, not from the native population.
Hold on, what did you say?
Clearly, this guy is trying to convince people that a certain
I tried to go back.
Country, not from people who are migrants into the country, not from the native population.
I don't think that there's any statistics to back that. I could be wrong when it comes to UK. I don't know the statistics there, but at least here in the United States, the idea that undocumented immigrants are coming in and committing violence is objectively false. There's a literal graph on this. There's been studies showing that the data that we have is that undocumented immigrants commit less crime than documented immigrants, and documented immigrants commit less crime than the average citizen. So if you really want to reduce crime, I say deport the citizens, personally. Anyway, like I said, I don't know what it is in Ukraine, the UK. I don't know what the situation over there is, but I would think if I had to make an educated guess based on what's happening here in the United States, it's probably the same over there, where it's just racists saying, oh, these damn immigrants coming in here and committing crimes. I call bullshit. Prove me wrong.
So clearly this guy...
And by prove me wrong, by the way, I don't mean show me like one video clip or two video clips that you found on your Facebook feed that, is designed specifically to like piss off grandma, okay? Like, that's shock content. I'm talking about like actual statistics and data. Not the same thing.
Is trying to convince people that a certain demographic is the cause of it. You can clearly see this is who they made the villain, this 13-year-old white kid. And what's interesting is we'll see here that it's that the co-creator says that it was...
I guess my thing, and I know this is based in the UK, but like in the United States, the racial demographic of like basically every shooter, like school shooter, has been white. Right? I'm not wrong on that, right? Like it's been a white guy like every time. Like every time. So, I'm just throwing that out there.
It was based off of real crimes in the United Kingdom, and many of them are committed by migrants, typically from the Middle East and Africa. So
prove it.
If you're not familiar with the
prove
show,
it.
It is
prove it. You're just spewing bullshit, man. Prove it.
The most viewed English language show on Netflix for the past 2 weeks, both globally as well as in the United States and in the United Kingdom. You can see that right here. Adolescence is #1 on Netflix's Tudum.
Yeah, it's usually either a white guy or a white passing person. Yeah, exactly. So I think there was one that was like a Hispanic American, and he when they actually went in and looked at like his manifesto or whatever the fuck, like he was a white supremacist. Like, yeah, you can call him like, oh, he was Mexican. That proves that we got to send him back. Whatever. No, like he was fucking like quoting like Charlie Kirk and shit. Like it was bad. Like he was a white supremacist. So it was the same kind of ideology there.
Here, I'm not sure why they changed up their ranking here. You used to be able to see. Oh, they have it here now. So you can see 24.3 million views, 93 million hours viewed.
Pretty good.
Runtime of 3 hours and 50 minutes. Number 2 for the week of March 10 to March 16th. And then if we go to this current week, March 17 to March 23, you can see it's also at the top, 42 million views, 161.
Sorry, I'll be right back. Dubsy, cut this out real quick. Okay. Apologies.
1 million hours viewed. So increases there on both of those metrics. And then I'm not going to go into it, but you can see as well, it is top in the United States.
Wait, is that what he's trying to get at? That this is Sundry Klankar? Is that this is a fucking conspiracy? Like, it was popular. That's all that means. That's literally all that, like, yeah, people liked it and watched it. Okay, great. So what? If it's propaganda, then yeah, I mean, you can argue that it's problematic even if people liked it, sure. But the part that's propaganda is not that like all the people were watching it. Like that's not like, what is he trying to say, that like it was a conspiracy that like I don't know.
States and the United Kingdom, if you want to go through that over there.
Like, where would the
Netflix,
conspiracy
obviously,
come in?
On fanofpulse.com. And according to Netflix, the series tells a story of how a family's world is turned upside down when 13-year-old Jamie Miller, played by Owen Cooper, is arrested for the murder of a teenage girl who goes to his school. Co-creator Stephen Graham told Netflix one of his
Oh, it is a
aims
school
to
killer.
ask
Nice.
what is happening to our young men these days and what are the pressures they
Yeah, statistically speaking, once again, like murders at school are done by white people. Like that is just the reality.
face from their peers, from the internet, and from social media.
First of all, and second of all, again, even if we're a black kid, like it just hire the best actor for the job. If their race doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter. And I don't think they're saying that it matters. And also, if this is based in the UK, right? Like, what's the it's most likely going to be some white kid. Yeah. Like that's just the reality of it. Like it reflects reality. It would reflect reality less if it were a black kid, frankly. I'm just saying.
And the pressures that come from all those things are as difficult for kids here as they are the world over. He then talks about how the show was inspired by real life incident. He said there was an incident where a young boy allegedly stabbed a girl. It shocked me. I was thinking, what's going on? What's happening in society where a boy stabs a girl to death? What's the inciting incident here? And then it happened again, and it happened again, and it happened again. I really just wanted to shine a light on it and ask, why is this happening today? What's going on? How have we come to this? And that is why he decided to basically change the race of the character, because he really
Change the race of what character? Changed? No. Like this, he said that he saw a problem happening and wrote a story about it. What race did he, of what character? What? Okay, I need you to lay out for me which character you're talking about that was originally one race but was changed to another one. That's what you're trying to communicate to me, right?
really wanted to ask, why is this happening today? What's going on? No, this guy wanted to shape a political narrative. He wanted to work with the government of the United Kingdom to buttress their various policies that are literally turning the country into the new South Africa. That's what it looks like, at least to
not the
me.
South Africa
In fact, you
talking
have co-writer
point.
Jack Thorne. He actually reacted to the news that the show would be used in UK schools, saying, "We made this show to provoke a conversation. We wanted to pose the question, how do we help stop this growing crisis? So to have the opportunity to take this into schools is beyond our expectations."
His answer is deport all the brown people, right, man? That's how we solve it. Like, it's not, like, it would literally be propaganda. Like, you just want propaganda that feeds your narrative. This is projection. Don't forget, every conservative accusation is a confession. What he wants, right? I don't know how stupid he is, so I don't know if he actually knows what the problem is. He might believe his own bullshit, you know? They are that stupid sometimes. So what he wants, though, is for them to make propaganda for his side, even if it's not reflective of the truth, right? Like, propaganda is propaganda. You can make it about the truth, right? But, like, you have to be pushing some kind of political narrative, right? And he's trying to argue that, like, the political narrative they're pushing is that, like, this is Whitey's fault. And nothing here has indicated that yet. Like, nothing. Like, you just saw that a white person did something bad and you got upset about it. Because they were not brown, I guess. Like, no, nothing has happened. Like, you're overthinking this, man. You're way overthinking this.
We hope it'll lead to teachers talking to the students, but what we really hope is it'll lead to students talking amongst themselves. So literally, really happy that it is now being used as propaganda in schools
for what
students.
To what end?
The show has been accused of being part of a calculated...
To make students, like, not kill each other? Like, I think that's a good thing to do and advocate for, yeah.
Ideological assault on...
Shine a light on a problem that students are, like, students are stabbing each other, yeah.
Western identity and memory by culture pundit Chad Crowley. As part of a larger discussion about Netflix's Cleopatra, Crowley said, "It is part of a calculated ideological assault on Western identity and memory. This is not about correcting historical inaccuracies. It is about rewriting our heritage to serve."
Correcting No. Wait. So he's talking about Cleopatra now. So wait, is he saying that Cleopatra was like trying to rewrite history? I don't know anything about Cleopatra. Ancient Egypt is not your heritage. Yeah, it reminds me of the classic image. The white Egyptian meme. Oh my god. Like, it is so fucking funny. Like, actually. Like, that's what they think the Egyptians look like. Like my dad. Yeah, the Egyptians probably look like my daddy. Right? Got them pearly blues. Clean shave. Look like he could, look like he could be my boss or something. You're like, no. Like, this is not how they looked, man.
Serve a modern agenda, and this isn't something that is
it's so funny
to Netflix. Well, the Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm have doing this for a number of years now as well. One needs only look at what Kylo Ren says in The Last Jedi as their basically one sentence manifesto: let the past die, kill it if you have to. That's exactly what we've seen the Walt Disney Company, Netflix, a lot of these major Hollywood studios do. You can even see it with Amazon, MGM Studios, looking at things like The Wheel of Time, looking at things like The Lord of the Rings, and they are...
Go wait, the myth of Cleopatra is Cleopatra was Egyptian. The concept of black as we understand it today did not exist in Egyptian times. It's completely, like, the cultural narrative around race and ethnicity is it's entirely different now. Like, back then, like, you were just an Egyptian. I don't know if they had colorism. I don't know the extent to which that took place, but, like, they weren't white or black. They were Egyptian. And Egypt is in Africa. So, like, my guess would be, right, that they probably had darker skin than us. I don't know. I'm not a history buff, but like who gives a shit? Like, who cares? They did have racism in Egypt. Oh, well, there you go. Okay. Well, how did that work? Was it like white and black racism, or like I just don't know. If you know more about it, great. But like I'm just a guy talking. So in the show, Andrew Tate in the Manosphere was supposed to be the thing that caused him to kill that girl. But the worst part, wait. Okay, but the worst part is they never actually confirmed if the kid killed her or not. Also, she was bullying him. So you get what you fucking deserve. Hold on, what? In the show. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so wait. So like, the show's not trying to communicate that white people are dangerous then. If that's true. It's trying to communicate that the influence of people like Andrew Tate and the Manosphere are causing young men to, like, have these ideas about women. But then, like, if she's bullying him, wouldn't the narrative then be... it sounds confusing. Like, what's the message they're trying to send? If she's bullying him and then he kills her, isn't the message there bullying is... Like, not that bullying's wrong necessarily. Of course he overstepped, like, by killing her. That's not an acceptable response. But, like, wouldn't the narrative there be to try to reduce bullying? I don't know if I understand the message of the show. That's all I'm saying.
Clearly going out.
It wasn't okay here. It wasn't racism. It just wasn't racism like U.S. Americans have racism, because guys like this think it was invented there. It doesn't matter though, because all this is dramatic and bullshit is performative. Yeah. I guess the message is young men don't have the emotional skills to handle stuff like this or ask for help. Well, then we need to teach them, right? Like that. Then, like, yeah, like we should teach them how to handle things like that properly. But I still think the message could have been delivered better if, like, Andrew Tate had just influenced this kid to be a piece of shit. Like, let's talk. Okay, you want to talk about propaganda? Here's the propaganda for you, right? The Andrew Tate guy, whoever he is in the show, right? The Andrew Tate person is doing his Manosphere show, and this kid sees TikToks of it, right? And over time, you see this kid like you do a montage, imbibe this stuff, you know, and then be like, yeah. Actually, yeah, I think he's right. Like women suck, and they deserve to be taken control of. And then like like one day, like a girl says like a mean word to him or something, right? Like not like almost nothing. Like it's like a light breeze toward him, and he takes personal offense to that and decides to fucking kill her, you know, because to put her in her place. You want to talk about propaganda? That's good. That's good shit. Okay, I like that. But but it doesn't even sound like this. Sounds milquetoast as fuck. Like what message are they sending? Like whatever KC123 was saying. Yeah, it's milquetoast. It's liberal garbage. Like you're obsessed over this idea. You're obsessed over them doing essentially nothing. This accomplished nothing.
Their way to rewrite these stories, change these.
Like you want to get
stories,
mad at some
even the
propaganda?
fictional
Let me
ones,
write some stories.
Let alone the ones that are based on the real world. They're rewriting these stories to push propaganda, affect cultural.
Are you telling me that every single one of those stabbings was somebody of color? That it wasn't a white guy or a white kid? Really? Like not even I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, yeah, sure. Most of them are from like brown people or whatever, like immigrants. Yeah, let's go with that for a minute. Not a single one was white. Bullshit. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Okay? And it's not like they're saying that like this is Whitey's fault. Okay? That's not the message of the fucking show. Like, why are you so mad about this? It's so weird.
Change, but not only to affect cultural change, but more importantly, to buttress the government's policies, as we're seeing with this show.
I can't believe my government would push the message that kids shouldn't be killing each other. How dare they? Do they hate white people? That's crazy.
Obviously, Keir Starmer.
That's our culture.
Passing that.
Our culture is our children kill people.
All of a sudden, this show happens to come out to.
How dare they?
Talk about the violent stabbings, right? And they just passed this law banning.
This guy's so boring. I'm not going to make it through the video.
They're trying to say is
we'll try to get halfway.
Of these crimes. So that's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to rewrite this history to serve this modern agenda. Netflix, like countless other propagators, is just one small cog in this vast machinery of deception. When these lies pile up, they reshape perception, slowly turning blatant falsehoods into accepted truths. This is how a distorted reality is constructed, one lie at a time. If you've been following this channel recently, you know that I talked about what former FBI counterterrorism expert Tim Clementi has been saying. He discussed recent surveys about high school students and how Hollywood has reshaped their view of the world, specifically talking to how these high school students view the LGBTQ people, the number of LGBTQ people that, or people that identify as LGBTQ, because they see so many of these people in video games, in movies, and televisions, etc.
Yeah, that's good.
The surveys are coming back thinking that there's like 40 to 50% of the entire world buys into this disordered, degenerate lifestyle.
Wait, buys into this. Like, what do you mean buys into this? Like they are LGBT or they're allies or they're like, what do you mean by that? And degenerate, like what's degenerate about it? Can you explain that one, buddy? I'd love to know. Like, what's the problem? They're not hurting you. Shut the fuck up.
Not the case. Not the case whatsoever. That does not quantify reality. And so we see that this is...
What they're really scared of is if kids know that gay and trans people exist, they might discover, oh, maybe I'm gay. Maybe I'm trans, right? And if you're a father, right? Like, let's say that I had never turned a new leaf and become a fucking commie, right? And I stayed a conservative. So if I had a kid and I was still homophobic and transphobic, right? And then I would be scared of my children being exposed to the reality. Okay, you want to talk about rewriting reality and history, right? The reality that gay and trans people exist in society and hurt nobody and just want to live their fucking lives, right? I'd be scared of them knowing that because then they might learn, wow, I could be gay, I could be trans, and there's nothing fucking wrong with them doing that. But me as a conservative would say, well, that's against the Lord, the word of the Lord. That's degenerate behavior. You're fucking, and then you beat the shit out of them and kick them out of your house at like the age of 14, as we've seen happen over and over and over again, because people who obsess over the LGBTQ LGBTQ people and call them degenerates are pieces of shit who ultimately just hate freedom, you know, and their children.
Is how this stuff works. People are heavily influenced by movies, television, video games.
Okay,
and it is
could I influence you to be gay, man? Do you think you're susceptible to that? What do you think? Just curious.
Shaping their reality. And obviously, it's not just movies, television, video games. Social media is doing that as well. And anyways, Crowley goes on and says, when history is weaponized, the goal is not only to control what people think, but to control who they are. The myth of Cleopatra is...
Oh, they specifically named Andrew Tate in the show? That's crazy.
The black woman is an attempt to sever the link between us and our ancestors. It erodes the understanding of our true identity, distorts our collective memory, and weakens the connection between...
Yeah, don't forget, guys. Hold on. Don't forget. Reality. Okay? Reality! They're rewriting history. This is what they looked like. I swear, bro. I swear. The historians are lying to you. It's a conspiracy. They were all white guys like that.
Between past and present. Similarly, when the race of murderers, which is what
Netflix show? Adolescence.
In this adolescent show is deliberately altered in the present, it becomes another tool in this ongoing process of demoralization. The narrative is twisted, undermining our values and eroding our societal cohesion. Because they're lying. It is a lie. Lying.
So what he just did here, and this isn't this guy. He's reading off of it. I understand that, but important to note here.
Process of demoralization.
Listen to this again.
The narrative is twisted, undermining our values and eroding our societal cohesion.
So what that is called word salad. Okay. And what word salad is words that are thrown together and look like they make sense, but don't really, okay? Like, you are just saying things. What do you mean by twisted undermining our values and eroding our societal cohesion? What does that mean? Can you elaborate on that? I'd love to know. Like, how are gay people and the idea that Cleopatra wasn't white, which she probably fucking wasn't. I don't frankly care. It didn't matter as much back then, like white versus black. That's not how racism worked. But like, what societal cohesion is being like? I don't know what that means at all. Is my point.
Because they're lying.
It's just bullshit.
Lying.
Yeah, we're the liars, though, right? Yeah.
Erodes our values.
Good point.
It's a rejection of the truth. And he's
unlike this guy,
all of these lies pile up and they reshape perception.
Rejection.
And that is why I constantly am harping on the gender
the true
ideology
history of the
and why
world.
It is so evil. Because not only is it lying at something that is so core to us, whether we are male or female, but it literally...
So core? Wait. What a weird thing to say. Lying is so core to us, is it? I don't personally think it is. I don't lie all the time. I tend to tell the truth, actually. In fact, it's quite difficult to lie. In fact, studies show it's more difficult to lie than it is to tell the truth. That's why lies, frankly, stay close to the truth. Because crafting a bullshit lie from the ground up is very difficult, as it turns out, okay? Your brain literally fights against it. Like, I would argue you're hardwired to not lie. You are hardwired to tell the truth. But the fact that you think it's like super like ingrained in our nature to lie is interesting. That you think that. What are you trying to tell me, buddy?
He tries to emotionally manipulate people through this false empathy, this false compassion, into getting us to buy into the lies of these people that are lying to themselves.
False compassion, like what? Like what?
It was like
the pronoun stuff. We got there.
I feel better about myself by lying to me.
Here, let's do a pronoun count. Starting. Here. It
was like you need
2
to make me feel better about
3, 4
about myself by
5
by lying to me. And
6.
It's like no.
7.
We cannot
8.
Embrace this stuff. We have
9. Like, my point is, like, dude, fucking learn what pronouns are. You use them.
Have to reject this. We have to run to the truth, run away from the lies. And that is
Run to
when
the
we
truth.
will actually get back to a sane society, is when we
Run to the truth.
embrace the truth. And the truth is
Embrace
our Lord
it.
and Savior, Jesus Christ. He is
Yes!
the truth.
Yes! Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, brother. It's the truth. It's the truth. You want to know the truth about Jesus Christ, okay? He would fucking hate you. I hope you know that. Jesus hates your guts, okay? Because Jesus, as it turns out, was very pro-immigration, okay? To my understanding, I don't have the biblical quotes pulled up on my person right now, but I'm sure I could pull some up. The Good Samaritan comes to mind, okay? The whole concept of the Good Samaritan is that the Samaritans were thought to be bad people, okay? They were like the other people. But the only person who stopped to help the man on the street, I'm a little fuzzy on the story, so forgive me. But if I recall correctly, there was a man like dying on the street, like a poor guy starving to death or something, and everybody walks by him except for the Samaritan, who is not of the person's ethnicity or whatever you want to call it. Like, he was from a different place. He was a fucking immigrant, okay? He's not supposed to be a good person, but it's called the Good Samaritan because he was the only fucker who stopped and helped him. Okay? So yeah, Jesus was actually pretty pro-immigration, if I had to guess.
Tells us
He would hate you.
And when you're close to him, and you'll see this, the people that are closer to Jesus Christ recognize a lot of the ills of society and are better able to see it. They have eyes to see, ears to hear, etc.
He's just talking. He loves coming up with shit to say and then listening to the soothing sounds of his own voice. He's not doing this for your entertainment. You can tell. Because if he were, he'd emote a little bit. No, he just thinks that he is like the bee's knees, is what's happening here. Like he's fucking getting off to like the sound of his own voice. That's all this is.
We'll see that. Anyways, Chet Crowley goes on here and says, it's a deliberate effort to erase the real history of our civilization and replace it with a fabricated narrative that
I won't pull it up again, but
needs.
You guys
This
know
is something that Thomas Sowell has talked about. He has an entire book.
Thomas Sowell,
The
let's
Conflict
go.
of Visions, where these people, these ideologues, they literally have a vision that is not in accord with reality. They get to positions of power and they...
Isn't Thomas Sowell like a fucking slavery apologist? Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe that's not his particular brand, but I know he's a piece of shit. Like, what is he famous for? I forget. Somebody let me know. Let me know in the comments below why you hate Thomas Sowell.
They try to enact that.
That's called a call to
vision.
action.
I think the most obvious example is what you saw in the Soviet Union with the communist takeover. They tried to enact their communist utopia, and what did they actually create? They created a graveyard. They created a graveyard with millions and millions and millions.
I mean, the Soviet Union sucked in many ways. I'm not a historian, but my understanding of the Soviet Union is that it was pretty shitty in a lot of ways. You know, like it also was like against queer people existing like you are. It also like had mass deaths happening as a result of certain structures that were not like a good, like it wasn't a good place to live. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is I think that you could make fair comparisons between the conditions of the Soviet Union at the time and the conditions of the United States. Like, it's not like the United States was the crowning jewel of the fucking planet. You know, like it's the richest planet, the richest nation, sure, on the planet, but like that doesn't mean it's the best place to live necessarily. And this idea that like the Soviet Union was like so much monstrously worse than the United States is just a myth. That is a myth. You are rewriting history, my friend, okay? Because the United States, for a lot of fucking people, was not very good for a long fucking time, okay? I'm just saying.
Of people dead.
Sal was a straight up liar.
That is what they did. And obviously, not only did they use this idea of communism as this utopia, but I think at the end of the day, these people are also servants of the evil one. And
yeah. Oh, he's proper crazy.
Millions and millions of people.
He's proper crazy. Kids, get your tinfoil hats on. Proper crazy. Like actually just an insane person. I want to talk to you. Hey, if you're watching this, hit me up. We'll have a drink and chat. I just need to pick at your brain a little bit and see what's under the hood. You know what I mean? Like, I really got to know what makes you tick.
As well, and that purpose wasn't actually to create a
that would
utopia,
be fun,
but it was the death and destruction of those people and the snuffing out of life. So
Dude. Stop crawling away from your microphone, okay? Like, you have to, like, do you watch this back? Come on.
Not simply a battle over facts, it's a
Now it's
battle
loud.
over our cultural roots. It's the stripping away of our heritage in favor of a convenient, politically driven narrative of inclusivity and diversity. Cleopatra's legacy, like all great historical figures, must be understood with the context.
What's wrong with diversity and inclusion? Like, they made equity a swear word. Can you believe that? Fucking equity. You know what I grew up learning what equity was? Okay? This is basically how I was taught what equity means versus equality. I think this is a perfect illustration, okay? And funny enough, communists and socialists are the ones who advocate for something like this. To each according to their needs, from each according to their ability, right? Like, this is equity. This guy does not need a box. He's fine, okay? Make sure everybody has what they need, and then if he wants more boxes afterward, he can go fucking get them. But make sure if there's only 3 boxes, then make sure everybody has what they fucking need. That's equity. What's wrong with that? What's so wrong with that? Like, why are you like this?
Time to distort her story to serve the political needs of today is to sever the bond that connects us to our past. When that connection is lost, the very foundation of our identity crumbles. This is why the battle over history is not just...
I can't believe they made Cleopatra's skin tone. They gave her too much melanin. There's too much melanin. That wasn't the melanin count back then. I'll have you know. They all look like that white guy.
It's academic. It is existential.
Pure white.
It is existential. It is a fight for our survival. He then concluded saying the real blow is utterly...
Oh, no, he's just a white supremacist. Got it. He's like a white fucking nationalist. Like, he's doing great replacement theory. This is great replacement theory. Like, you are doing, like, Nazi shit, dude. Okay? You're saying that, like, the brown people are taking over, and, like, this is, a fight for... Is he saying this, or... Oh, okay, so this guy, what's his name? Here, maybe we can look him up. Chad Crowley? Let's look up Chad Crowley. I mean, he believes everything that Chad Crowley's saying, I assume, so it would follow that this guy also is a white supremacist. Excuse me. Here we go. America was not founded as an idea. It was founded as a nation for a people. White Anglo-European... Oh, yeah, no, I can stop there. They came not to universalize liberty, but to preserve it for themselves and their sons. A homeland, not a... Oh, yeah, no, this guy's straight fascist. No, this is unambiguously fascist, man. Like, you are actually, like, scum of the earth, piece of shit, like, horrible person. Horrible person. Like, I'll still, like, entertain you, but understand that, like, if you call, I'm mostly just going to be shitting on you the entire time. Like, this is bad. Straight dirt.
It is existential. It is a fight for our survival.
Like, actually drink piss. Like actually drink piss.
A clip from adolescence. The people who made this should feel nothing but shame for their actions, but they will not because they know exactly what they are doing. They are trying to convince you that you don't exist. And obviously, Crowley is not the only person to talk about this.
Oh, yeah, Jack Posobiec, another great one. Good.
As well. He says, as the culture war rages on, Netflix's latest British miniseries, Adolescence, emerges as a stark example of progressive media's unrelenting assault on white males, hailed by leftist critics and politicians as a must-watch exploration of modern societal ills.
I'm so attacked, man.
A thinly veiled piece of propaganda.
Dude, I'm a white male and I'm fine. It sounds like a skill issue on your part if you're not fine, okay? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Designed to demonize young white men and vilify masculinity
Get good,
itself.
is what I'm saying.
Twisting real-world data, race-swapping perpetrators, and scapegoating conservative online spaces, Adolescence reveals not just a bias, but an agenda, one that seeks to guilt-trip white boys into submission and silence the growing resistance to woke ideology.
A white supremacist who is currently also doing Eat the Rich, lol. No, like that exists. Like there are scumfuck pieces of shit who still buy into the whole like Eat the Rich or whatever. Like it's a populist messaging. Even if they don't ultimately want like a society with rich people, like like socialism for white people is not socialism. It's just white supremacy and an ethno state. Okay, and if you survive, like if your qualification for being allowed to be present in a society or like having certain status is having a certain tone of skin color, then you're not living in a good society. Like it's going to collapse in other ways as well. It's indicative of a broader pattern of abuse and neglect of the people. It's not a good place to live. Okay, I guarantee you that there's like, let's take a look at Israel, an ethno state, currently committing a genocide on their neighbor. Okay, not even their neighbor. They're just swallowing Palestine whole, basically. Okay, my guess would be, and I haven't looked into this, but feel free to correct me. My guess would be that the circumstances in Israel are not that great either. Okay, like for a lot of people. Like, why don't they fix their own? Why don't they make their own house before they like go trying to swallow up Palestine? You know, I'm just saying, like ethno states fucking suck.
At the heart
for
of
everybody
adolescence lies the story of Jamie Miller, a 13-year-old white British boy accused of murdering a female classmate. The series pins his alleged descent into violence on exposure to the manosphere, a nebulous.
There's never been a white race. Yeah, no. I know. No, we've talked about this. The concept of whiteness is itself white supremacy. Yeah. It's like ever expanding by necessity. It is always based on exclusion of somebody else. And if everybody's white, then nobody's white. Like the idea of whiteness is to compare your physical attributes, largely skin color, but among others, to others that are different and say that you're better. Like, and so like eventually, right? If let's say, for instance, that like white supremacy wins, the only people left are white. Okay, the ideology moves on to the next thing, right? So like now it's maybe we move on to eye color, right? Oh, you're not. They literally did some of this shit in Nazi Germany, mind you. Like maybe they move on to eye color. Like if you had blonde hair, blue eyes, and white skin, that was the Übermensch, right? Like that was what they considered the Übermensch. So everything else was below that, okay? And guess what? If everybody becomes the Übermensch, they're gonna move on to the next fucking thing. They'll say you're too fat, okay? Or they'll say, "Oh, you're crippled. We need to murder you." Like that's how that works, okay? White supremacy is a beast whose belly is never full. You will be next.
For online communities that challenge feminist orthodoxy and celebrate traditional masculinity, the narrative is clear. Young white males radicalized by figures like Andrew Tate are a ticking time bomb, primed to unleash misogynistic havoc on society. This premise, however, crumbles under scrutiny when juxtaposed against the reality of knife crime in the United Kingdom, the very issue the show claims to address.
Okay, I'm bored now. Good shit. Actual white supremacist. Hit me up, though. We'll talk. Well, that was fun. I really do. Okay, so like for a long time, and I know I've talked about this, but I really do feel like, and maybe this was partly the Adderall, I just feel like a switch flipped in me. And like, it occurred to me that the people, like from Metatron, for instance, like the people who come into my comments and say, "Oh, you call everybody a fascist. You think everybody that disagrees with you is a fascist." And now I'm just like, oh, like that doesn't matter at all, actually. Like it doesn't matter how nuanced I get about it. They're going to say the same thing and just believe the same shit and be horrible people. So like, why do I give a fuck what they think? You know? Like it's like of all the people, like who think who should be self-conscious, it's not me. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I fuck up and I do embarrassing shit. Like, I'm a little bit embarrassed about the Trump live stream I did when I did the cosplay. Okay, I'm a little bit embarrassed about it. I think that you know, I made myself look like a little bit of a pussy in some ways. I still would have done the same thing, but like, you know, maybe that's just not my speed. I'm willing to admit that I do some cringe things and make some mistakes. That's fine. But like, you compare that to like some of these scumfuck pieces of shit, and I'm just like, I don't care what your opinion is, man. I don't give a shit. Like, actually go drink piss. Actually just swallow piss, okay? Like, I don't care. Don't care. Like, Metatron, just actually suck my dick. And anybody who likes Metatron, sorry. I don't respect you. Okay. Here is what I am going to attempt to do. So, as I said, I would like to try to go live on YouTube Shorts. I don't know if I can go live on YouTube Shorts at the same time as I am currently live on YouTube, like as a regular stream, okay? So I am going to attempt to do that first, and if I do, then you guys don't have to do anything or go anywhere. But if that doesn't work, which it might not, plan B is I stop stream for a second, just on YouTube. I'll still be live on Twitch. I will switch the main site's source over to Twitch, and then I will start a stream on YouTube Shorts. And then we'll see if we can get some people to take the bait and call in. Sound good? All on board? All right. See if I can do this. What topics? What topics do we have? Hold on. We had, okay, we had Debate a Leftist. I'm going to title it Debate a Leftist. Trans women. Here, we'll say, trans people are, here, protect trans people. We'll say puberty blockers. Or no. We'll say gender affirming care. No, not in the title. We'll say protect trans people. Mass deportation bad. Abortion good. Etc. Okay, should be good. Now hopefully this will just go through. That would be the simplest solution here. Okay, it looks like it went through. But I need to see the canvas. Like, I can't... Here we go. Uh-oh. Still good? Oh, canvas not found. Hold on. There it is. Okay. I should be live right now on Shorts. Am I not? What I could do also, just to simplify this even further, I could try to go live on my phone and just set up the camera such that my phone is facing me and just do that. That's an option. I do not think I am currently live on Shorts. Them hating the show is a good enough reason to go watch it. Agreed. I probably still won't, but yeah, it definitely is, for sure. Okay, it does not look like I'm currently live, so... maybe I should just set up my phone. That way I don't have to change anything else. Let me just see my options here. Let me see. See what I can do. Okay. Love your shirt. Thank you. I also love it. And I love what it stands for. We'll just turn that off. Debate a leftist. Trans rights. What did I say? Trans rights. What else did I say? It was 4 things. It was trans rights. I think it was trans rights. Mass deportation bad. Abortion good. Okay, there we go. Visibility public. Screencast? Wait, screencast. Oh, no. I'm going to try to go live on Shorts real quick. We'll just try it. Well, fuck it. We ball. Fuck it, we ball. You're live. Okay. So I'm currently live. So can I change the setup here? I have never done this. Oh, that's for highlight. No green screen. Ew, disgusting. Okay. Feel free to stop by the Shorts chat if you're in the main channel. Retouch on, retouch off. I don't think there's a way to like set up, start a poll, start a Q&A. Let me see if okay, can I see my live stream in this? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. So let me do the thumbnail. That's a good idea. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab my camera stand for the phone. We're just gonna do it like this. We'll do it. You totally bodied Matt Walsh. I know, thank you. We're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna grab my camera stand and just set up my phone, and then I'm gonna change the thumbnail real quick to reflect what the debate topics are. And then I think that'll be good. Oh, hey, we got some people coming in. Excellent. Give me just a minute. Let me get some of this stuff set up. Okay. A little bit janky. I was hoping to do all of this through Stream Elements, but, you know, it's fine. I'll just set up my phone. Not a big deal. Can't have it all. Big fan. Thank you. It's a good thing also that I can still see the Shorts chat in OBS, so that's nice. I was a little bit worried about having to look at the phone screen to see chat, but apparently it's all right there. Oh, yeah. Let me turn on some music. Hold on. It's going to be bare bones on the Shorts, unfortunately, but at least we're on it. You know what I mean? Like, Shorts pull in, like, a lot of people. From what I've seen. Probably more than TikTok if I had to guess. Like, even if we just get a dozen or so, that's fine. Y'all are seeing my entire house now. Great. Love that for me. just make it so it's like about eye level. This one. Cool. Cool. I don't usually show this side of my desk, but you know what? It's fine. I don't want the MAGA hat in the background. I'm thinking about burning this. I bought it as a gag, but it's just an eyesore. I literally just dumped it. If I want to do a Trump gag, I'll just wear the Make Woody Wet Again hat. Not wearing a fucking Trump hat. Hey Alec Gunter, how have you been? I've been good, Chainsaw Chimera. Could you put on Westopolis remix from Sonic? If you could... Oh, Sonic X Shadow Generations. Oh, it's X because it's Twitter. I see. That's funny. That is funny. I can see how that might be a little bit annoying though. But it hasn't come up until just now, so maybe we'll just let it slide. Let's see. To answer your question, I can add it to the playlist at some point, but if you join my Discord server and let me know there, that's the best way to do it. I think there's like a, either stream suggestions would be fine, or there might be a place for like stream music, I forget. I want it angled down like that? I don't know. What if you need an emergency MAGA hat when they show up to take us to El Salvador? True. Very true. Very true. Very, very real and very true. Big fan, friend. Andy Ackerman, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. We already have 16 people in here. I'd call this a success already. Like, I'm wait. Oh, yeah, wait. How are they going to know how to call in? Well, I could just say it. I'll just say it. Oh, I can put it in the title. Wait, it'll fit in the title. Google Voice. Okay, this is going well. This is going better than I thought it would. Not perfect, but we make do. Also, I think if ICE showed up to my house to deport me, which if we get to that point, you all are fucked, okay? Like, I'm the last guy they're coming for. The only reason they come for me is because they hate my guts, but I'm not brown, I have no tattoos, so like, and I'm a citizen, so like, if they and I got German heritage, so you know, if they're coming after me, you all are already gone. But anyway, I have a doormat that says, keep the cats out and the cops in. Don't let the cats out or the cops in. So I think that would kind of... I guess it could still be like Proud Boys shit. You know, like Punisher type, like, the cops enforce the laws of the government and the government's bad. Like, that exists, sure. Or like libertarian. But like, generally speaking, if you're talking... Can you please just do the thing that I want you to do? Thank you, Jesus. Generally speaking, if you're talking shit on the cops... Hi from Ukraine? My goodness, Emperor Palpatine, I hope you're doing well. Not the best place to be, from what I've heard, from sources that I trust very dearly. Okay. Okay, so I got this set up. Hopefully I sound okay. Okay, there is a mute button. Cool. Okay, there's a mute button. All right, so hopefully I sound okay. There's no like special speaker for the phone or anything. You can come to the main stream here where I'll be gaming. I wanted to set it up such that you guys could watch me game here, but alas, I didn't want to like switch over to... I didn't want to end my current stream on the widescreen and then switch over to shorts. Maybe I'll do that at some point in the future. Maybe that'll work better. But, you know. But that's me being paranoid. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. We got what we got. We work with what we got. All we're worried about is getting enough. Like, okay, the chuds that come in here, to debate are not watching me game. Like, they don't give a shit what my voice quality is. The shorts is strictly the net. Okay, you must understand this. The shorts is strictly the net, and if it works easier for you, that's a great benefit. But like, it's just a net to catch some of these chuds. So like, we don't have to make it pretty. We just have to make it enough that people come in and start yelling at me, right? So it's just bait. Okay. 216-260-4923. I changed the thumbnail. Here, we'll save that so people know at least what the number is. If you refresh, you will see the number, hopefully. If not, let me know. It's wild seeing a totally different angle. It is weird, isn't it? Okay, so I need to... Okay, focus, Alec. Focus. Thumbnail. Here, I got an idea. We'll take a minute and make a good thumbnail, right? I was gonna just put like a black screen... and put some white text on it, but let's put some effort. Let's put some effort into this. You can do a 16:9 stream at the same time as this one, maybe. I'll DM a guide later. No, I'm doing the same. I am doing that. That's what I'm doing. You can come to my main channel and click on the 16:9. Like, I'm on my phone at the same time that I'm on my computer. We're doing both streams at the same time. Okay, this ad was scaring me for a second. I saw naked legs, and I was like, please don't show any more naked stuff. That'd be bad for me. Okay, so... Thumbnail. What are we doing here? So I need to find a picture of me being very soy. Why did that change back? What do we got here? Sorry, one sec. I see it now. You changed your thumbnail art. A little bit of static feedback in mic. I'm not sure how to fix that. Here, let's do this. Let me go to my own stream and see how it sounds real quick. I think that'd be good to do. Sorry, I'm trying to do like 50 things at once. This is very long to set up like for fucking debate calls, but whatever. Okay, go to my own stream. Okay, how do we sound? Mic feedback. Testing. Testing. Oh, hold on. I gotta do that again. Mic feedback. Testing. Oh, hold on. I gotta do that again. Mic feedback. Testing. It might be just a lack of pop guard thing. It might be just a lack of pop guard thing. I don't hear it when you... I don't hear anything that's wrong. I think it's fine. I don't hear anything that's wrong. I think it's fine. Like, it sounds fine, right, chat? This stream is better on PC. Thank you. I put a lot of effort into the PC version, so I hope that's the case. Anyway, okay, so I think it sounds fine. What we're gonna do is I need to find a soy picture of me, okay? A nice soylent picture of me, of which there are many. Let's see, me. So many options. Let's do. Yeah, we'll snap one right now. Fuck it. We'll just snap one right now. Duh. A Kadoy. We'll just screenshot it. Why did it switch back? Why are you doing that? Why did it switch back? Why are you doing that? Oh no. OBS might be breaking. OBS might be breaking. Is it gonna break? We good? Okay, we're good. Oh. Oh no. OBS might be breaking. I might have to stop stream. It sounds like you're not using a mic on shorts. I know it sounds like that. Okay, you know what? Stop. Everybody stop. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. It was going well, but I think what we need to do is I'm going to stop the widescreen stream on YouTube. If you still want to see the widescreen stream, you can. You just need to go over to either Twitch or my website, alecgunter.com/live, okay? You can still go there and see me live streaming on the widescreen and, you know, whatever. But if I do it this way, I can, I don't know why OBS is not currently letting me do widescreen on YouTube at the same time as the phone. I don't know why, but whatever, we'll work with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start a stream on like a short stream on OBS at the same time as a Twitch stream. Okay? Good compromise? Okay, I do have to end for just a minute, like completely, because OBS is fucking up on me. So even if you are on Twitch and the website, you will experience a brief interruption while I get this taken care of. So let me stop real quick, get this sorted out, and I'll be right back.